Looks like we are live as the Baltimore Ravens are getting the ball to start. Cooper Rush under center. We can introduce this in a sec as Derrick Henry gains about 6 on the first play. Welcome in to Week 6. Ravens, Rams. Josh, how you feeling?
Feeling good. Fully healed on my end, so we're healthy for this stream. Feeling good about this game. Should be kind of an easy game with the Ravens being injured, but we saw last time against the Niners wasn't really the case. So definitely want to try to come out more prepared today as the Ravens start off with Derrick Henry run for about a gain of 7 there. Early strong run for Derrick Henry. That was what my video was about on Friday, stopping Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
With Cooper Rush back there, the passing's not going to be nearly as good, so stopping Derrick Henry is the key.
I might be ahead of you here as I already saw Derrick Henry go for the first down on the next possession. So, like you said, though, kind of emphasizing that for the Rams. I mean, you want to say it's an easy game, but Derrick Henry is still a beast, right? We talked about that last week with the 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, still a beast. You got to slow him down. You got to stop him. And so you got to make sure that happens. As I see Cooper Rush under center now, he's probably going to hand off to Derrick Henry. Does hand it off to Derrick Henry again, going to his left. And he gets almost 10, gets 11 for another Ravens first down. You got to stop Derrick Henry. He's already running all over you. That is not a good start. Craig says, let's go Rams. Let's get this W. Craig, got to stop Derrick Henry with this we're talking about now. That's number one thing for sure.
Oh, have to. Again, with Omar Speights being out with a high ankle sprain, along with Landman, I do believe it is Sean Dolak starting there at linebacker, so definitely going to be big on those two guys.
Cooper Rush in the shotgun here. Not Derrick Henry to his left. Probably Justice Hill. Maybe Keaton Mitchell. That's probably Keaton Mitchell. A little bit taller. Snap is good. Hands off to Mitchell. Or Hill? I can't tell. It is Justice Hill. He gains about 7 on the play. So the Rams not stopping the run early. You see Floyd saying how disappointed to see Reader on the field. And is that part of the reason why you're not stopping the run? No Omar Speights, Troy Reader on the field for the Rams next to Nate Landman. Is that kind of an issue there for the Rams? Are you worried about that?
I think it's definitely an issue a little bit for sure, not having Dolak out there. I think Dolak should have been the starter. Made a video about that, but unfortunately not the case today here for this Rams team. And Speights being really the only main defender, obviously besides Witherspoon, that the Rams are without today. So you have a pretty healthy defense compared to, I mean, the Ravens offense is still pretty healthy besides Lamar Jackson, which is obviously big. You're missing a 2-time MVP. Some people say should have been a 3-time MVP after last year. So you need to get to Cooper Rush. That's another way you win this game is by getting to Cooper Rush, getting pressure on him.
Quick little injury timeout here early in this game. We're headed to commercial as Cam Curl on the ground. The whole coaching staff going out to check on Cam Curl. He does not look good, so we're going to have to wait and see on that. I didn't see a replay or anything to see what's hurt with him, so that's even scarier. You never know. Is it contact? Is it not? We'll have to wait and see on Cameron Curl update. But Justice Hill, before that injury update, another first down for the Ravens. So they don't even need to use Cooper Rush at this point. If you're just going to let the Ravens gas you in the run all day, that's not really going to help you in terms of Cooper Rush being out there rather than Lamar Jackson. Rams got to stop the run. Craig says Cam Curl shaking it off. We can't afford to. Shake it off. We can't afford to lose him. One of the better safeties on the Rams for sure. I talked about it in my video this week. Maybe possibly extending Quentin Lake as well. So I mean, the Rams got a couple good safeties out there.
Yeah, they do.
That have been playing really
well. They do. So Craig says meant shaken up. Yeah, he's definitely a bit shaken up. Hopefully nothing too serious. Yeah. Obviously, as we have to wait and see coming to this game. But now that we do have a little bit of a timeout here, we can kind of go into some storylines for today's game.
Yeah, like you sent me before the game started. We got a couple inactives. Actually, a couple that are, or well, at least one for sure. That was interesting. Coach's decision inactive. So you want to rattle those off for us?
Yeah, so some inactives for today as I get those up here for it is we got Rob Havenstein, as I talked about in my video. He's inactive with the ankle. Kobe Parkinson cleared concussion protocol, but being extra cautious with him again with an injured defense like we saw with the Niners. Terrence Ferguson get another couple catches instead. That would be nice. Omar Speights with the ankle is inactive. High ankle sprain. Might be out next week as well. Tutu Atwell is inactive with the hamstring injury. So look out for Jordan Whittington to have more of an impact in the receiving game. And as you mentioned, Bo Limmer out with a coach's decision for, I believe, his second straight game in a row here, Josh. So definitely the Rams moving off of Bo Limmer, their confidence. As Steve Avila is back this game as a starter because he did have a nice full week of practice.
We're back on from commercial here. Thanks for the updates, Josh. It looks like just a random ankle twist. Rolled his ankle for Cam Curl, just kind of trying to stutter his feet. Rolls his ankle. He should be okay. Probably going to get taped up and get back out there. Cooper Rush in the shotgun. Derrick Henry to his left. A couple receivers out left. Couple receiver out right. He sends the tight end in motion. Cooper Rush drops back to pass. Looks to his right. Goes up. Looks like to DeAndre Hopkins. Looking for a flag. There is none. Incomplete pass for the Ravens.
Yeah, definitely. Again, Cooper Flag, not Cooper Flag. Jeez. Cooper. Right? I got basketball in the brain.
Yeah.
By the way, Cooper Flag is going to be an awesome NBA player. But we're talking about Cooper Rush right now here. I believe I said that in the video as well. Not the best passer compared to Lamar, so you definitely got to take advantage of those opportunities when you can. And a nice break up there as well by Darius Williams. Good coverage.
2nd and 10 run gets stuffed here. Looks like Stewart on the tackle. Gains about 1 yard, but very good job of breaking through the line, stuffing Derrick Henry before he gets going. That's good. That's a good run stuff there, finally, for once on this drive.
Yeah, definitely very important to keep on stopping the run here. As Floyd says, well, I'm glad to see Baltimore going away from the run since it's working so well. Well, then went back to it.
Yeah, 3rd and 9. Could be a false start. Could be, they're calling this play dead. Maybe an encroachment on the defense, I think. We'll wait and see.
Never what you want to see.
Neutral zone infraction on the defense. So the Rams, after kind of slowing down the Ravens offense a little bit, make a huge mistake there. It looks like Shamar Stewart, probably the one who jumped off a little too early, along with Braden Fisk a little bit. And so with that flag, it is still 3rd and 4. We'll see if they let Cooper Rush sling it or if they try to get the 4 yards with the running back. As Rush is in the shotgun here. No running back in the backfield. They're going to let him throw it here. On remaining motions, Justice Hill back to his right. Reading the defense here. Cooper Rush. Oh, again. Jared Verse. Neutral zone infraction. What is happening right now?
Man, back-to-back plays. You can't have this happen. Same stuff happening against the Niners. You have an injured team right now. Ronnie Stanley was actually questionable coming into this week, but he's out there. But Zay Flowers was also questionable. I don't see him. Oh, no, he is out there, I believe. Yes, he is.
Jared Verse just trying to time the snap over Linderbaum, the center. Gets a little too angsty, too excited, and then just makes the exact same mistake back-to-back. I mean, I don't understand. I know the Rams want to get to the quarterback, but you got to be patient there. You can't give them free first downs. Let Cooper Rush.
No, you can't.
You got to make Cooper Rush beat you. You can't let him give him free first downs. As Cooper Rush hands off to Derrick Henry again, and Derrick Henry runs through every single Rams tackler and gets 12 or 13 on the play. Another Ravens first down as they are just torching the Rams in the run game.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying it best. Derrick Henry's running right through people. That's what he's been doing for the last decade. Just running through people. I mean, you knew they were going to run the ball with Derrick Henry. You knew that was the main game plan. You might just have to start stacking the box. you may just have to do that for the entire rest of this game here.
Troy Reader at some point was completely turned around on that play, by the way, getting blocked out of the way.
I saw.
As Cooper Rush hands off again to guess who? Derrick Henry, who gains about 4, maybe 5 yards on that one. The Rams are just not able to stop the run at all. And again, Cooper Rush 0 for 1 on this drive. I mean, you're not even making him have to even try to throw the football. And that's not going to be a winning formula for the Rams at all.
No, it's not. It's not. By the way, if you're a Derrick Henry fantasy owner this week, you're off to an amazing start.
I did make a trade for him in one of my leagues that I don't care as much about, work league, but kind of just figured Derrick Henry name value. Let me get another piece here, and he's my flex running back now. So it's kind of
that's a good trade.
But Derrick Henry.
Well, who do you give up? That's the main question.
Handoff to the left. Derrick Henry gets almost the first down, 1 yard short. There's a flag on the play, and while we await the flag, I gave up. It's kind of a lot, I think. Let me remember. It's a lot depending on how you feel about this particular player. Let's see. Let me pull up the trade for anyone who cares about this work league fantasy football deal I made. Okay, the trade was I give up Dalton Kincaid and Bill Krosky Merritt from Washington, who's been obviously balling so far, kind of earning that starting role here. It was a hold on the Ravens, it looked like.
Yes,
on the flag,
yes,
so
definitely.
2nd and 16 coming back to this play. But yeah, I got Derrick Henry and Juwan Johnson. So I definitely, performance-wise, took an L. But I'm rooting on banking on Derrick Henry being Derrick Henry when Lamar Jackson.
Okay, I have Kincaid. I have Kincaid. That's why I'm surprised you got rid of him. He's one of the better tight ends. And I will say, shout out Garrett Wilson for me. 4.3 points in the London game. Thank you, Garrett Wilson.
There you go. That's what you need. That's what you wanted to see.
Yeah, I'm still winning somehow.
Cooper Rush bobbles the snap on the shotgun play. He does get the ball out for a few yards here. So 3rd and 8 coming up for the Ravens. They're going to have to throw this football. You're going to make Cooper Rush beat you. This is what you want to see from the Rams. Obviously, the flag helps you out, but the Rams need to force Cooper Rush to throw the football. And right here, 3rd and 8 in the red zone is a perfect opportunity to get a stop.
Yeah, it is. It is. You force, obviously the flag, as you said, helps. Cooper Rush, nice read, easy throw, and now you have Tyler Loop coming out here for a chip shot field goal. I mean, you never know. Field goals may not be a chip shot for certain teams, especially us right now. And they're going for it, actually.
There was pressure on Rush. He ends up running up the middle, gains almost all of the 8 yards, gets stopped short of the first down. There is a flag on the play, though. And it looks like Sean McVay is pointing toward the defense. It is another hold, as they just cannot stop holding Jared Verse. He almost would have got Cooper Rush for a gain of nothing, yet the hold from Stanley, I think.
Oh, wow, yeah, on Ronnie Stanley, not something to be really expected of him at all here. So definitely quite an interesting move for him.
It's hard to block Jared Verse.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Here we go, 3rd and 18. The Ravens are now out of the red zone. The Rams, perfect opportunity to stop them to 3 here. Cooper Rush drops back to pass, looking downfield. No pressure, really. Just dump off over to Zay Flowers for a gain of 3 or 4. It's going to be a 4th and 14. We'll see the field goal unit from Baltimore come on out here.
Yeah, that was my bad earlier that I said they were going for a field goal. I thought that was 3rd and 16, not a 2nd and 16. So they are going for the field goal here. I mean, you should make this, but you just never know. Hopefully the Rams can finally get a blocked field goal for themselves this season.
I'm seeing a little wind here. You saw the flag on the field goal post, so seeing a little bit of wind. So we'll wait and see on how effective that is to this kick here. 37-yard field goal attempt is up. It is good. A little off to the right. Tyler Loop puts the Ravens up 3-0. The Rams need to slow the run down. If they can force Cooper Rush to throw the football, he's not going to throw super well. So you got to make sure you force that, and that is the best chance for the Rams to win this game. 3-0.
It is. You got to make Cooper Rush a passer. It's what we've been talking about this entire game. You have a nice hold from your defense. They hold in the red zone again. The 2 holding flags also help. The Ravens also held themselves out of the end zone. So definitely important to keep this at 3. You get Matthew Stafford out here with an injured defense. No Roquan Smith. Kyle Hamilton is back. So Kyren Williams, hold on to the ball. Kyle Hamilton is really good at forcing fumbles. So you need to be ready, Kyren. Hold on to that ball. 2 hands, 2 arms.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's definitely what we're going to be paying attention to for sure. And, I mean, ultimately, it's so weird, right? I don't know how you feel about this, Josh. I really do truly just love Kyren Williams. I mean, I really do. I'm like that. I'm that type of fan. Like, I genuinely love the players that are on the team that I like. And so I really do root for him. I just feel bad for him rather than, like, I'm not mad at him for the fumbles. I just feel bad, if anything. Especially the last one. Like, I think that was just a really good play by the defense. I mean, if you're looking at it from Kyren Williams' perspective, he's there, of course, wrap up, 2 arms, sure. But it was a really good punch out, unexpected as the defender was kind of going down. So, I don't know. I'm rooting for him. I'm really hoping for the best here. Obviously, the Rams have, Blake Corum, who also fumbled the football in the same game. And then
fumbles have been an issue so far for the Rams. I mean, Kyren, by the way, early on this year, I believe that's Is that his only fumble, or has he fumbled another time?
I want to say he fumbled one more time already so far this year, but that's the thing. Is obviously it's an issue, right? Last 2, 3 seasons, he's fumbled the ball. I think 10 times, lost 7 of them, something along those lines, if I'm remembering correctly off the top of my head. So that's kind of the situation. But I don't know. I'm rooting for him. I'm hoping that doesn't become an issue for the remainder of the year. But it's like almost like he's like a baseball player at this point. It's like he's due for fumbles. And after he goes 4 or 5 games without one, you're just kind of waiting for him to let go of one. Unfortunately, and it's definitely frustrating.
Yes, Luis in chat says
Present Ramley.
Nice. We like that. We like that. Yeah, definitely. Speaking of baseball, though, how about them Dodgers going to the NLCS starting up tomorrow?
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. Milwaukee's a good team, man. Milwaukee is a really good baseball team. Obviously, the Dodgers are a very, very good baseball team. So it's one of those things, like, it's funny as a Dodger fan, I'm, like, nervous, but at the same time, I'm like, I think Milwaukee's probably, their fan base is probably freaking out at the fact that you got to see Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, not to mention all the other guys on the lineup, right? And all the pitchers you have to face when you're playing the Dodgers. So I think other teams
starting pitching mainly.
Other teams are more scared than we are of them. They're more scared of us than we are of them.
I hope that is the case, just because the Dodgers did get 6-0'd by the Brewers in the regular season.
Floyd making a good point here. He says, well, oh, no, not that one. He said, Floyd says, going up against one of the worst, if not the worst defense in the league. The Rams should be answering here with a touchdown. I agree with you, Floyd. If the Rams struggle here early, it's going to be very, very frustrating. Craig says, sorry, but go Brewers. I hear you, Craig. You're a hater. It's all good. No worries. Unless you're from Milwaukee, then I'll respect it. As Stafford drops back to pass, finds Jordan Whittington out the backfield, gains of about 2 or 3 yards. The Ravens hear the talk, by the way, right? The Ravens defense, they hear the talk about them being the worst defense in the league. They're not going to just lay down for the Rams. I think that's one thing to notice. There's a very physical tackle right there. I mean, you got to be ready for that. Yes, they are a bad defense, but I will not be surprised to see them in their home stadium play very aggressive today.
No, I wouldn't guess who's back in chat, Josh.
Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos is back.
Here we go. As looks like Kyren Williams gains about 2 or 3. Rams are not playing well. Carlos will be in the chat. That's the guarantee.
Yes. See, last week it was frustration. Are you still frustrated, Carlos?
He is. He is clearly already with 4 back-to-back messages. But 3rd and 2 here for the Rams. Already in a very nerve-wracking situation. You got to get this first down here. No one in the backfield with Stafford. He sends Kyren Williams into motion. Kyren Williams does end up starting off right beside his right. Stafford snaps the ball, looks over the field, throws to Devontae Adams for the first down. Gain of about 4 or 5 yards there. So great play and great read from Stafford.
Yeah, that was a good read. Nice to see that he's hitting his throws early as well. We saw last week against the Niners definitely missed some passes as well. So, and the chemistry with Devontae looks to be getting a bit better as this season goes on as well, which is also very, very important.
For all the Cardinals haters in the chat, the Indianapolis Colts are up 7-0 after a Tyler Warren 8-yard touchdown. That was a little game break here on Fox. Stafford under center. Barking out calls. Does send a receiver in motion. Jordan Whittington closer to the line. Hands off to Kyren Williams up the middle. Gains of about 2, 3. Keeps the legs turning for about 3 yards there on first down.
Yeah. Again, Kyren, got to held on to that ball. He's holding on to it as, that game break, as you're saying. The Colts are a legit team, by the way. I'm very sold on the Colts being a legitimate contender now. They have looked awesome through 5 games.
Sometimes all you need is a game manager as a quarterback, and that's what they have in Daniel Jones, and he's doing his job right now well. Stafford drops back to pass, throws to Devontae Adams for the first down. Forward progress will keep the first down alive, so he will be, with a gain of about 10 or so there, gets the first down for the Rams.
We like that. That's exactly what you want to see. And do not disrespect Indiana Jones like that. Indiana Jones, that's not Daniel Jones. That's Indiana Jones.
I mean, I don't think anyone, even in Indiana, would argue that he's not a game manager right now.
He might win MVP. He's a legitimate MVP candidate.
Stafford under center. By the way, he's hitting Devontae Adams early in this game. Haven't seen Puka yet. Kyren Williams gets the football up the middle. Gains of about 3 or 4. Another physical tackle here from the Ravens defense. And on that last play, by the way, Kyren in pass protection did a really good job holding up.
Yeah, he did. He did. And I do think it's important to get other people involved. We've been talking about it, that the whole offense has really just been Puka and Kyren. And now seeing Devontae, we knew that the chemistry was going to get better as the season goes on. You're seeing it now. Devontae turning into that reliable number 2 that he always was, but now that I believe the numbers and targets will start to back up.
2nd and 6 here. Stafford play action rolls out to his right, goes down to Tyler Higbee for a huge gain here, about 15, 20 yards. Wide open was Tyler Higbee down the field. Nice play action, gets Stafford rolling to his right, and that's what you love to see.
You do, and it's great to see Tyler Higbee get involved early. I talked about it. Colby Parkinson out. I want to see a heavy dosage, more so of Terrence Ferguson. Nice to see Higbee still getting involved, though, because I do think they need to start throwing him the ball more.
So far,
but it would be good as this game goes on to get to Ferguson.
All 3 receivers we like to see get used early are being used early, right? You're talking about Devontae Adams, talking about Whittington, we're talking about Tyler Higbee, right? You like to see all those guys get involved. Of course, Puka is going to be there, but you like to see them getting other guys involved early, as Kyren Williams gains about 4 or 5 yards on that first down run.
Yeah, again, just a beautiful ball there to Higbee. I'm a bit behind Josh here. Not terribly behind. I'm seeing the run right now.
I don't know how we're behind. I'm on an antenna, by the way, for anyone watching at home or wondering how I'm a little ahead. I'm on an antenna. Are you on your cable, you said? Or
yeah, so it should be fine.
Should be on the same timing. Yeah. Stafford in the shotgun, snaps the ball, looking to his right, nobody there, all day to throw. Throws it to Devontae Adams, back of the end zone. Could have made a toe-tapping catch. Just kind of bobbled it at the end there. 3rd and 5 for the Rams.
I just found out Kyle Van Noy is still on the Ravens. I keep forgetting he's still in the league.
Just a little bit high for Devontae. He was open. Stafford, a slight overthrow, slightly. I think Devontae would even say he should have caught that football.
Seeing it right now, unfortunately, here. And, oh, yeah, you got to catch that if you're Devontae. That's a catch Devontae Adams makes in his sleep right there. It was a slight overthrow, but something you got to hold on to is now it is 3rd and 5 here. And you can't get a field goal here, as Floyd said earlier in the chat. This has got to be a touchdown.
Stafford, 3rd and 5, drops back to pass. A lot of pressure, by the way, like an engage 8 type of blitz from the Ravens. So Stafford backing up, floats one up to Devontae Adams, corner of the end zone. Overthrows him again. He was open and just kind of a little bit too far from Stafford. Again, a lot of pressure in his face, but a little bit of an overthrow. The Rams are going to match the 3 with 3 themselves from Josh Riccardi if this kick can be up and good without being blocked.
Yeah, Sarah Barshop did a story, ESPN Rams reporter, where she went over basically how they are looking at Cardi under more of a microscope.
Josh Riccardi missed the kick off the right post. A 26-yard field goal. Josh Riccardi hits the right post. 26 yards. You need a new kicker.
Yeah, I think we're getting to a point where I'm going to have to agree. They're going to have to start looking at other kickers.
Wow.
I'm seeing this kick right now. Let's see I want to see for myself real quick here just how he missed this.
I mean, he just missed.
Yeah, trajectory was good. Had good height, had good trajectory.
I think maybe
that bounced like 20 yards off the post, by the way, which is pretty crazy.
Maybe the way he's thinking, I mean, it's 26 yards. Just knock it in. Floyd says, do we have the worst special teams in the NFL? I think that's not even a question. I don't even think that's a question.
I'm trying to think of some other teams. Like, I feel like the Jets are just worse because it's the Jets, but
off the simple fact that you've gotten 5 block kicks this year, right? Or 4, whatever it is. I mean, I think
it's 4.
Someone said it the other day. They're like, you get 4 block kicks in 4 weeks. You're supposed to have 4 block kicks in 4 years. Like, that's not supposed to happen every year even. Like, it's not 10 years, 40 years. Like, it's really not supposed to happen to teams that often. And it's happened to the Rams so much, whether it's the trajectory of the kick for Cardi or whatever it is. That was an issue. Now it seems like the trajectory's fine. Just misses the kick. I think you need a new kicker.
Again, someone on my video did comment about the weather, that there's a potential for 30 to 70 mile an hour winds, as Antonio in chat says. Is that Moody's brother? Who knows? And please do not sign Jake Moody, Rams, if we do get a new kicker. No.
Anybody else?
I don't know who you would sign. I mean, one of the greatest kickers of all time, unfortunately, did some things that we're not going to talk about, so we're not going to sign him. But I don't know who to sign.
Antonio, that was a good one. He said, haha, Rams. Of course, the Niners fan going to be laughing at the Rams right now. Ramsey Jones says, serious, how is the special teams coach not accountable? Shake my head. I agree as well. I mean, yes, of course, I think maybe a new kicker is in question. I don't want anyone to lose their job, but you have to now seriously start talking about the special teams coach as well. And just kind of figuring out what is going on here, that you can't make a 26-yard field goal. I mean, that's inexcusable. And the Rams would say so themselves. Craig says, bring in Young Ho Koo. The Giants practice squad. I would love Young. I don't know how he's out of Atlanta. I know he was missing some kicks, but he was still pretty accurate. I think above 80%, 85% last year.
I know I was missing the kicks. He stopped. They didn't let him do the backflips after he kick anymore. That's why.
I've always liked him. I mean, that would probably.
If you don't remember that is how he.
I would get excited over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why.
Yeah.
I'd be down for some Young Wei Koo. That would be good, because outside of that, I really don't know who else he would bring in.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Cooper Rush under center here. Looks like Derrick Henry to the backfield. Again, handoff to Derrick Henry. A little bit of a better job getting a push from the Rams here, as he only gains about 3 yards on that play. And they're replaying Josh Riccardi's kick. It's just there. It's up. It just kind of swings to the right. I think he tried to get it up in, and it just kind of curved into the right. I mean, it was kind of an interesting kick for sure.
It definitely is, and we have Willie in chat. LA Rams should win this game. Horns up. Yes, I agree with you, Willie. Horns up. Thank you for joining us.
I'll go over ATAK's comment right now in a second, as Cooper Rush is in the shotgun. He's barking out calls after reading the defense. 2nd and 6 to go here. Cooper Rush does drop back to pass. Pressure in his face. Throws to Mark Andrews. It is incomplete. Troy Reeder in coverage. Great coverage, Troy Reeder.
Troy Reeder and great coverage. Two things you don't hear that often. But on this play, I'm about to see it here, so I'll give my analysis here in a. I got to see this great coverage from Troy Reeder. This might be. Is this the first Troy Reeder highlight of the season?
Nice pass breakup, in my opinion.
Pass breakup. Ooh, hang on.
3rd and 6 here. Cooper Rush in the shotgun. Sorry, I was eating.
That was a nice play.
Sends a receiver in motion. Isaiah Likely to his right. 3rd and 6. Pressure. Looks down the field. Intercepted. Intercepted by Quentin Lake over the middle of the field. In coverage. Rams get the football back. That is what you want to see. Quentin Lake over the middle of the field. Great coverage. Interception for the Rams. They will get the football back in great field position, as Cooper Rush throws to Zay Flowers, but just Quentin Lake was all over it. Ran the route better than Zay Flowers himself.
And you talked about it earlier this week in one of your videos about how the Rams are going to look to extend Quentin Lake, and that's why. That's a great play there. And by the way, Cam Curl back on the field too, which is good to see after the ankle twist. That's a great play there from Quentin Lake. I talked about Quentin Lake being the main guy on Zay Flowers on my video on Friday. So Quentin Lake winning that matchup that the Rams need to win in order to get the W here. And hopefully the Rams can go put 7 on the board now after getting some momentum back with a turnover.
And I said extend Quentin Lake before he starts making plays. His agent just kind of rubbing his fingers evilly right now, like, oh, another interception to add to the stat line. Going to ask for a couple more mil there. As Stafford drops back to pass, fumbles the football. He fumbled the football. Stafford, what are you doing? There's a defender in your lap. I don't understand what he was doing. You got to see this play. As the Ravens defense was all over him, but Stafford he saw the defense, decides to just still try to throw the football with a defender in his lap. Doesn't throw forward. It doesn't look like. I don't think his arm gets forward. No, he's bringing it back to tuck it in and just fumbles the football. Matthew Stafford, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing.
And the Ravens recover.
I do not understand Ravens football now. After the Rams come out on defense, great stop, get an interception, great field position. Stafford that's like a rookie mistake. He looked like he wasn't even a veteran out there.
Yeah, that's a bad play there, and that's minus fantasy points for me as well. But that is not the most important thing today. But just a side note there, definitely a weird play there. At that point, you just take the sack. There's nothing you could do there.
I don't understand what he was looking at. And then ATAK earlier, I meant to say, he said, Stafford sucks. I love the Rams. He's He's too old, overthrowing everyone, wasting Devontae. I mean, look, it's not a good time to defend Matthew Stafford right now.
No.
But look, couple overthrows we get. He's an older quarterback. I don't think you go far unless Matthew Stafford is your quarterback. Point blank period for the Rams. And then fire Sean McVay from Ocean Pacific. Don't agree with that there either. Let's stop with the first quarter overreactions, guys. It's ugly right now. The Rams need to figure things out, but they're 3-2. You still got some time. Willie Brown says LA Rams should win this game. Horns up. We got that earlier. Lewis says our kicker is not representing your name. And then, Josh Riccardi is not representing the Joshuas.
No, he's not representing the Joshes.
Floyd says, glad to see the defense finally showing up. And then Floyd says, I want to see some killer instinct here. You must make them pay for this mistake. And then what do they do, Floyd? Floyd responds again, unbelievable with that fumble from Stafford. Give Lake a contract extension from Craig. Yeah, I want him to get paid, and he's going to get paid even more after that interception. But dang, got to make another play here as the Rams just turn it over right back.
Yeah, I know. It's not what you want to see whatsoever at all here. So definitely something to try to keep in mind for this game. This is how the Rams lost the Niners game. These simple mistakes, and they're making these simple mistakes yet again here for this Ravens game. So definitely not what you want to see early on. It's only 3-0. I think the defense is going to be fine in terms of stopping the Ravens from scoring, but you got to put the Texans put up 44 points on the Ravens. Come on.
I just don't really know what Matthew Stafford was looking at on that play. I mean, he was trying to make a read, but you feel the defender in your lap. I mean, you got to have some awareness on that.
Yeah, they're showing the replay right now here. So,
of course, you want to credit the defense. Offensive line needs to block better, but I mean, Stafford, get out of there. Get out of there, throw the ball away. I don't really understand not having the awareness there from your how many years has it been in the NFL? 17 years?
Yeah, pretty much. 17.
As Cooper Rush under center sends Zay Flowers to motion to his left. He does hand off to Derrick Henry. Anyways, Derrick Henry gets about 5.5 yards on first down here.
And by the way, stat just showed up on the scoreboard. The Ravens' first takeaway since week 2.
Oh my God, that's embarrassing.
It's on a lucky fumble.
I mean, the Rams are really, truly playing some embarrassing football right now. It's kind of frustrating.
Well, offensively. Defensively, it's been fine.
I mean, just in general. I mean, last couple years. Couple weeks, I'm sorry.
Couple years? Whoa.
Couple weeks.
Whoa.
Couple weeks has been kind of embarrassing as Derrick Henry doesn't get tackled in the backfield, outruns the defenders, gains about 10, maybe 12. There is a flag on the play.
Yeah, let's see what this is. Ocean Pacific says OL is weak. That wasn't a great look for the O-line. I will say it wasn't. But then again, Stafford just can't even try to throw the ball there. That's still a mistake.
Not at all. It is a flag on Baltimore, by the way, so they are going to get flagged for illegal block from Tyler Linderbaum. Kind of an interesting play there. We'll see the replay. I don't love that call.
We'll take it.
We'll take it, but I don't love that call. He does push the defender. I don't like the weak calls like that. I mean, he's trying to give his guy some space. Kind of hits Lamb in the back, I guess, but I don't know. Cooper Rush under center here. 2nd and 8, about 30 seconds to go. Ravens up 3-0 in this first quarter. Threatening to score here. They hand off to the running back. It is Justice Hill this time, who gains almost all 8 yards, gets about 6.5. It's going to be a 3rd and short for the Ravens.
The one thing the Ravens do have is a healthy running back room. Yeah. Justice Hill, even though he's not Derrick Henry, he's been with the Ravens for, it seems like, almost a decade now.
Yeah.
He's been there since the early Lamar days, so he's a guy who knows the offense. You got to stop him, too.
100%. He's a nice, speedy back. Kind of different change of pace for the Ravens as the end of the first quarter is here. The Ravens do not even try to get a playoff, so it is going to be 3rd and short coming out of this end of first commercial break. 3-0. The Ravens are beating the Rams. Ugly, embarrassing first half for the offense. The defense, like you said, our first quarter. The defense, like you said, playing okay. I mean, they're not stopping the run, but they're at that turnover early, the interception right now. So, overall, the defense isn't playing horrible, but the team overall is just kind of embarrassing right now.
It's not a good first quarter. It's not what you want to see at all from this Rams team here. As Cooper Rush has really done nothing to beat you, as we kind of expected. I mean, Cooper Rush on the day so far, 2 for 5 with an interception for 12 yards. I mean, but you have Derrick Henry with 9 carries for 55, who's running all over you. Stafford throwing the ball has been fine. It's just you have that bad turnover. Doesn't help you at all. Is looking around the league and out here at the end of the first. Dolphins are up 7-6 on the Chargers. A lot of people picked the Dolphins to win that game because of the Chargers' O-line injuries.
Brian Thomas Jr. siding out in Jacksonville. Sorry to cut you off there, but touchdown for him. 3 receptions, 12 fantasy points already as the Jacksonville Jaguars are up 6-0 versus Seattle.
Like that. We need that. We need the Jaguars to win that game. By the way, Jaguars have looked surprisingly good throughout this season.
Really good, right?
So far. Patriots only up 1 on the Saints so far. I picked up the Patriots defense in fantasy because my Texans defense has a bye. Thought they'd be better than that against the Saints, but Cardinals, Colts all tied at 7. Cardinals haters cannot hate just yet. And Bean Knight, or Bam Knight, one of the backup running backs on the Cardinals with that touchdown. The Broncos barely beat the Jets 13-11 in London. With Justin Fields throwing for a whopping 45 yards. I mean, my God. Wow. I mean, Bo Nix, 19 for 30, 174 yards. This is a defensive game. I mean, yeah, the Broncos, some people were picking the Jets here too, because the Broncos obviously had that huge win against the Eagles. Sometimes you fall back down to earth a bit, and that's what they did. The Jets now 0-6 on this season.
Ugly. Looks like they're in line for the number 1 overall pick. Moving on from Justin Fields, maybe getting a new quarterback. We'll have to wait and see. As actually one of the top quarterback candidates, right? Drew Aller is out for the year now, no?
Yeah, he is. Well, the quarterback I love, I know he lost yesterday. Dante Moore out of Oregon looks awesome if you're not watching Oregon football.
The Rams coming out of the first quarter break here get a nice, important clutch stop on 3rd and short. Hand off to the running back. They stuff it completely. So we're looking at 4th down. Cooper Rush still out there barking out calls. Looks like they're going to go for it here on this 4th down early. I think they know if they want to beat the Rams, they got to score touchdowns, not field goals. And Cooper Rush early going to get tested here. 4th and 3, 14.5 to go in the second quarter. Ravens up 3-0 with the football, about to try to get this first down.
Yeah, this is exactly. Yeah, looks like they're going to go for this one as you just mentioned here, right?
Well, they're talking, they're chatting, they're confused. Cooper Rush has his hands in his hand warmers. He is going over to the sideline. First timeout for the Ravens is used here. As Carlos is going up, I do want to ask Carlos, I wanted to ask you, I saw your first message. You said, McVay's a terrible coach. His team is not ready to play again. If you were the GM and you fired Sean McVay tomorrow, who are you hiring? Who are you actually hiring that you think, Carlos, could be better than what Sean McVay does for this team and this organization? David says, year over year, where do the Rams rank in the red zone scoring efficiency over the last 5 seasons? Seems like it's always an issue. Yeah, you didn't have the big body receiver for so many years like you have now in Devontae Adams. They haven't really gotten on that same page yet. You had 2 red zone targets to Adams on that last drive, or a couple of drives ago. So, they're going to try to feed Adams. I think you just got to wait for that connection to kind of solidify with Stafford and Adams.
Yeah, that is what you have to do. We've seen the connection start to solidify more and more as this year has gone on. And to your point, I don't know who you bring in. If you really, in Carlos's maybe dream scenario, maybe troll scenario, I don't know. But if this is his dream scenario, it doesn't really make a lot of, it makes 0 sense.
The Rams.
You would probably promote from within because there's no great candidate
the Rams
right now.
do get a stop on 4th down. Cooper Rush cannot find Zay Flowers. So it is going to be Rams football. They do get a break here. The Ravens try to go for it on 4th down. Don't make it happen. And the Rams will get the football back just down 3-0 early in this football game. David says everyone is paying attention to Danny Dimes in Indy. But Jacksonville is under the radar at 4-1. Yeah, David, I agree with you. They are under the radar as Blake Corum gets the handoff early here. Gains about 2 yards on his first down run as I'm going to have to get up to fix my antenna. It's acting up.
All right, and Floyd in chat. Well, Josh, you can go fix that. It's a good thing the Ravens quarterback is, I'll be kind, not that good. Yeah. I mean that is putting it kindly. I mean, Cooper Rush normally a backup, so he wouldn't normally be out here. But yeah, definitely interesting there. And David, this doesn't seem like a particularly great QB draft class. I mean, if you watch Dante Moore, you would. Even the Indiana quarterback, Fernando Mendoza, looks really, really good. Jana Maiava out of USC looks pretty good. Those are probably your top three. Sellers as well. Klubnik has not had the year we expected. Ty Simpson at Bama playing pretty well. Carlos saying how bad are special teams. Yeah, that I'll agree. The special teams coach, I do think, needs to start being held accountable, especially that we haven't seen much improvements here. But 2nd and 8.
Yeah, I'm actually on
Stafford.
third and one now.
Never mind.
As Puka Nacua has had 0 targets so far early in this game. Stafford is in the shotgun here. He's going to snap the ball, look to his right, finds Puka Nacua after I just said he has not had a target so far early in this game. He does get a target on 3rd down, 3rd and Nacua. First down, Rams.
By the way, Terrence Ferguson was on the field for that play.
There you go.
So that is nice to see that they're starting to put him out there more. We've been still talking about him with that great catch, obviously, against the Niners. So definitely want to keep seeing him out there.
100%. He actually kind of was like a little bit of a decoy there. As Stafford tries to find Adams. Devontae, again, probably should have caught that one. Doesn't make it happen, so it is going to be 2nd and 10 here. As Devontae just drops another ball. Not good.
Devontae's had been dropping some passes throughout the season. He dropped a couple against the Titans. I believe he dropped a couple against the Eagles, too, so definitely not.
Might have heard the linebacker's footsteps coming.
Yeah, you got to catch. That was a good pass, too. You got to catch that.
Stafford, shotgun, 2nd and 10 again. As he hands off to Blake Corum, who gets all of the yards and more. About 12 yards after he bounces it outside for the Rams. First down. Great run by Blake Corum.
And that's good to see, too. Blake Corum obviously fumbling the toss, which for whatever reason was credited to Matthew Stafford on that fumble there. But yeah, definitely a Blake Corum fumble was on that play. So it is good to see Corum. And so far, Kyren holding on to the ball, running well early on here in this second quarter.
It is. As Albert said, run instead of the pass, not the other way around. So definitely want to start running the football more and more here. As Stafford does hand it off to Blake Corum again up the middle. He does get stuffed for a second, bounces off, is able to get about half a yard, maybe 1 yard gain on that play from Blake Corum.
Yeah, good stand there by the Ravens defense. They got to make a stand here because right now they're in this game. And for the Ravens, if they don't win this game, their season's over. They're not coming back from 1-5 and making the playoffs. Even though Lamar's, I'm pretty sure he's going to be back after their bye week. This is a must-win for them and a must-win for the Rams because there's a chance they could fall to last place in the division if they lose this game.
Stafford on 2nd and 9 gets some pressure. He does look over the middle of the field to a tight end. Doesn't complete the pass. The pass might have been Davis Allen on that one. So 3rd and 9 for the Rams. You're down by 3. 11 minutes and 4 seconds to go here in this second quarter. A lot of time. We could be patient here. The Rams could also explode like it did in the second half versus Tennessee. So let's kind of wait and see for that. As it's 3rd and 9, the ball on the 40. Rams today are 2 for 3 on 3rd down as Stafford is in the shotgun. And the Ravens call a timeout. Didn't like what they saw from their defense. They will call a timeout before we get the snap off. So 3rd and 9, timeout Ravens. You're down 3. Rams, you need this first down. You want a touchdown. You don't want to match with a kick. And also, you don't want to send Cardi out there for a 55-yard field goal right now.
No, you don't. And also, I think you may have to go for 2. I really think you might have to.
Yeah, at this point, you might want to not want to see Josh McCarty out there too much more aside from kickoffs this game, unfortunately for him.
Yeah, definitely not what you want to do there at all.
39. Coming out of the timeout here. 11 minutes to go. Ravens 3, Rams 0. Stafford in the shotgun with Kyren to his right. Snaps the ball early. Great protection from Kyren as he finds Puka Nacua right over the middle of the field for a huge reception. The Rams are in the red zone about the 18-yard line. Great throw. Great blocking up front. Kyren Williams does pick up a blitzer. Give Stafford just another second that he needs to find Puka Nacua wide open in the middle of the field in that zone defense. Great throw, great catch. First down, Rams.
Yeah, this is just a great throw. Again, good protection. Puka got wide open. I mean, I don't know how he was that wide open. I mean, nobody was on him for that pass whatsoever. And again, Terrence Ferguson, I know he's not catching the ball, but at least he's out there. It matters. And Steve Avila, by the way, you can tell he's back because he's looked awesome so far in the pass blocking game.
O-line did not look too great there in the run block department as Kyren gets stuffed for a loss of 1. Blake Corum back in the game. Stafford in the shotgun. Blake Corum to his left here. Stafford drops back to pass. Not too much pressure here. Throws down the field. Nearly intercepted. Marlon Humphrey had the football in his hands. Puka Nacua shaken up on this play. I mean, he was playing defense there. I mean, Stafford just threw the ball up and said, please, Puka, catch this football. And Marlon Humphrey almost came out with the football. They're going to call injury timeout here. Puka does not look good. He's holding his ankle. He's holding his left ankle.
All right, let's see what this play is here. I'm a little bit behind.
Even David is ahead of both of us. How is that possible? Oh, you know what, David? We are on a huge lag because of you're watching. The stream does lag for sure. So sorry about that, David. David says him and Stafford just haven't had the connection yet. Let's talk about, I'm assuming, with maybe Devontae you were talking about there. And then Kenneth says, I thought the Rams would have came out much better than this after the 49ers debacle. I agree with you there. They don't seem too upset about what's going on. They don't seem too aggressive here. They got to be angry about how they're playing, and I don't think they're playing that way right now. And then Kenneth says missed field goals, turnovers. Rams are playing like they think they deserve to win rather than actually acting like it. Yeah, I agree with you there as well. But Puka's hurt. Bad throw by Stafford. Nearly intercepted. The Rams are just not playing good football right now.
No, they're not. And this is not what you want to see. The Rams, by the way, do play the Jaguars next in London.
It's not an easy game.
No, not an easy game. We'll see if we stream that game. That's a 6:30 a.m. Local time start. So we'll see if we stream that game.
But ultimately, really, truly, with that game, I mean, the scary thing there is, yes, Jacksonville, that's a home game for Jacksonville. The London fans love Jacksonville. They see the Jaguars every single year in London. So, I mean, it's basically going to be a home game for you. You're playing away, overseas. It's going to be a lot for the Rams to overcome if they don't come out with a win in this one.
It will be for sure. And a lot of London fans like the Jags uniforms, actually. That's why they're fans of them. So definitely something interesting to note there. As Kenneth comments, missed field goals and turnovers. Rams are... Oh, you already said that. Never mind.
All good.
Thought that was a different chat. But yeah, definitely that is the case right now. Not playing the way that you expected to play heading into today's game. Here's the Panthers just tied it up against the Cowboys, 10-10.
I wonder who scored on that play there, as it is 10-10.
I hope it was Rico Dowdle.
Second quarter in that game. Jalen Waddle not doing much for me in Miami. 7-6. Miami Dolphins are up on the Chargers. Looks like the Chargers have the football in that game. Devontae's in the red zone here. The Saints are down 14-6 against the New England Patriots. And by the way, I picked up Alvin Kamara in my main fantasy league, hoping he would get traded to the Chiefs or someone. And then he came out and said he wants to retire Saint, which is not great. As Stafford comes back, really quick snap here, looks over the middle of the field on 3rd and 11. Devontae Adams, sure-handed receiver, does not make the catch. We're looking at the replay here as Puka was coming down. Not really sure where I saw his foot get hurt necessarily, his leg at all. So that's scary for you there.
And Corum getting walked back to the locker room as well.
Yeah, Blake Corum also walked back to the locker room as the commercial came back. Josh Riccardi is out there for a field goal, so I want to call this 36-yard attempt here. He should be able to knock this one down as well. The snap is out. It is up. The kick is good. Almost couldn't see it for a second. The Rams.
Yeah, I'm
score.
still seeing the replay here. I think their legs collided, but it didn't look like that was an.
No,
It didn't look like he twisted his ankle or anything.
I'm being completely honest with you guys. Watching Puka Nacua, oh my gosh, that's why I didn't see the kick. There was a wobbler. He barely got the football up.
What?
Josh
Oh
McCarty.
no!
Josh McCarty nearly missed that one too.
Oh
Ultimately,
yeah, that was not a good kick.
not a good kick, but the way Puka Nacua guys, the way Puka Nacua was walking to the back, the back of the locker room did not look good. I'll be honest with you. He was two guys walking him over. He was walking, but he did not look good walking to the locker room. Blake Corum looked okay walking to the locker room himself, but he's getting checked out as well. That's not good for the Rams.
No.
They do tie this football game up 3-3, but you want to see some more from your offense here. And honestly, Devontae Adams, I meant to say that too in the last play. You got to catch football, sure-handed receiver. It's 3 times now so far early in this game that he has not done enough to make the catch. And it's just kind of he's not making the catch, honestly. There's a couple red zone targets that are on Stafford overthrows, but Devontae's got to make some of these catches.
He does. He does. And I just saw the replay of the Cardi kick. I mean, that kick probably should not have gone in.
Exactly.
I mean, wow. You talk about barely getting over the uprights, barely getting over the post on a 36-yard kick is that did not look good.
Did not look good at all. The kicking game's ugly. Now your receivers are not looking too hot health-wise. Your team in general on offense, Corum and Puka Nacua back in the locker room both. The game's 3-3, but it feels like an ugly one so far today. Floyd says 3-3, and Liz asked what the score was. Apologize for that, Liz, if we haven't updated you. But it is about mid-second quarter here. It is 3-3. The Rams still, I feel like at any point could break out and just kind of take over this football game. They just haven't done it yet, and that is kind of what we're waiting to see. Trying to catch up with some other chats here. Lewis says, who will step out if Nacua gets hurt? Adams needs distractions to succeed. I would assume you're talking about someone like Jordan Whittington, as Tutu Atwell is also out for this football game. Maybe you get the rookie tight end involved. Terrence Ferguson would be nice to see him out there as well. Stafford resorted to his Lions days, thinking Megatron was down there when he threw up the Puka. Yeah.
Does Megatron want to come back? Puka's hurt? Come on, Megatron. You got a couple games in you?
What is he, 35, 36, 37?
Because he retired young. That's the thing.
He did retire young, as Josh McCarty does. Kick the ball off, another kind of wobbler kick. It's been pretty difficult for... Oh, wow, great play by... Is that Sean Dolak? My goodness, great play on special teams from Sean Dolak. Maybe that'll help him get some snaps.
It's almost like he should be starting.
Yeah, agreed. I can't see where Puka got hurt on that play.
I don't... Was it on a step? Did he get hurt jumping? That would be my only guess.
Blake Corum on his kind of short yard run, he looked like he had lower leg injury. Just a couple guys falling on his leg. I think a better chance for Corum. He was limping pretty heavily back to the locker room. A better chance for Corum to come back. Puka, we're going to have to wait and see on that. Cross your fingers and just kind of hope that it's good news coming out of the locker room. As Derrick Henry gets the handoff on 1st and 10, gains about 3 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, good to see Derrick Henry not getting too many yards there. Yeah, Corum got landed on there. That was definitely an injury. But it looks like Corum isn't in too much pain there. Obviously, I hope for the best for both of them right now. But a good stop there on 1st down, only getting 3 to Derrick Henry.
100% agree there, as we are looking at Cooper Rush in the shotgun with Justice Hill to his right. Reading the defense for a second. 2nd and 6, 9 minutes to go. 3-3 ball game as Cooper Rush gets the ball out pretty quickly there to Justice Hill for a gain of about 2 or 3 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and fairly short for the Ravens offense. We'll see what they do. Do they run? Do they pass? Rams got to get a stop here.
They do. So the key must stop here again with no Puka on this drive for sure. It's definitely going to be more difficult whenever they do get the ball back, but you just got to give your offense more chances here.
Agreed there, as Cooper Rush in the shotgun sends a receiver in motion to Isaiah Likely to his left, looks over the field, does find his tight end, but it's going to be Mark Andrews for the first down. Nice just kind of pitch and catch there. Snaps the ball. Mark Andrews just kind of finds the sticks, turns around, and it gets open for his quarterback. First down, Ravens.
It's not what you want to see at all. And David in chat said, Jesus Christ, Playboy Cardi is turning into Jake Moody before our eyes. I mean, maybe Playboy Cardi could have made that 26-yard field goal. I mean, he'd get himself. I mean, I'd be hyped up listening to some Playboy Cardi before kicking a field goal. I'll say that much. But who knows? Who knows? David, if you are a Playboy Cardi fan, what's your favorite Cardi song? I would love to know.
Cooper Rush drops back to pass, slips trying to dodge a sack, nearly sacked from maybe Nate Landman. It might have been. I didn't see who the player was on the rush. Looks like Nate Landman with a blitz, nearly gets Cooper Rush. He slips, he throws the football, wobbles up. I mean, borderline a fumble. Was recovered by the Ravens either way, but it was called dead, incomplete pass. But wow.
Oh yeah, that was Landman.
Cooper Rush.
Are we sure he wasn't down? That looks close to him being down.
They are possibly challenging this spot here. Maybe going to argue that he was down before he got the football off. It's a timeout, it looks like, by the Rams. Yeah, it looks like Sean McVay is talking to the refs, asking.
Yeah, he's down.
Yeah, they're maybe asking him to take a look at this as Landman gets the hand on his knee. He's about to throw the football. His knee's up, knees down. Knees down, ball's out, I think.
That was close.
Knees down. I look up, the ball's out of his hand, in my mind, on the replay. But they're gonna challenge it, it looks like. So we'll have to wait and see what the decision is. I would say it's probably going to remain incomplete, unfortunately. You let me know what you see on those replays, Josh.
I feel like this is a sack. Let's see. He looks down to me. Oh, that angle. This is the close up. Let's see. It's very close because the ball's starting to go out of his hand. Is the rule that it has to be fully out of your hand, or that it has to start going out of your hand?
In my mind, when I saw the knee hit the ground, I look up. It's not even any fingertips, but maybe I'm wrong.
Because it's very close. It's closer than I thought. Now that I saw the original, I do think it'll stand, just because I don't think there's enough evidence to overturn it, as we've seen with all these calls.
All it's going to take is a quick pause on the moment his knee's on the ground, see where the football is. But I will say, I was looking at his knee. If his shin is completely on the ground, that would be constitute his knee. So that may be a difference. Maybe a couple of seconds, maybe a half a second earlier. If his shin is already completely on the ground, maybe he's down. So maybe it's a sack. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see on this.
Yeah, as we got commercial break going here, let's do another score update. Whoa! Breaking news from Adam Schefter. Penn State has fired James Franklin.
I mean...
Wow. After you made it to the college football playoff semifinal last year with your quarterback out for the year, unless this may have been a mutual agreement.
It was a tough game. It looked like even before Aller came out, I think they were down. As I changed over to the Dolphins game, Jalen Waddle gets a nice catch for me. For my fantasy team, that's nice to see.
Nice. Wow, did not expect to hear James Franklin getting fired. He's been there. Again, James Franklin's had his woes. I mean, if I'm UCLA, I'm going all in on getting James Franklin personally. But, hey, ever since you fired Foster, what are you 2-0 since that happened?
Yeah, no, they had a great game against Michigan State, I think it was.
Yeah, Indy beat Penn State. My Trojans beat Michigan last night. That was nice to watch. I didn't watch the whole game, but I was able to see the fourth quarter of that one. Yeah, definitely some crazy stories here so far in college football. Texas looked pretty good. Arch Manning looked decent last night. Looks like a guy who will probably stay another year in college, though.
We are back on the Rams game. It is going to be 3rd and 6 here after a completed pass to Mark Andrews to the left. Gets a couple of yards. Nothing crazy. Great tackling from the Rams defense. 3rd and 6. 3-3 ball game. 7:15 to go in this game. Or in the second quarter, I should say. Sorry. Cooper Rush in the shotgun with Justice Hill to his left. 2 receivers to his right, 1 receiver to the left. Cooper Rush drops back to pass, looks over, finds someone at the sticks. It's Zay Flowers who gets pushed behind the line, then ends up bouncing off and getting the first down and has some words to say to the Rams defender, Cameron Curl. He just finds the sticks, turns around. Kobe Durant not able to stick his foot in the ground quick enough, and Zay Flowers, shifty, gets the first down.
Let's see. I'm about to see the replay here, but in chat, David says, "Can't say I have one for a favorite Cardi song." I can give you some recommendations if you want. David saying the play was close as hell. Yeah, it was. It was very close. I believe the play stood as an incomplete pass.
It did.
Because the Rams did lose a timeout for that.
Yes.
So.
And Derrick Henry gets a gain of about 1 or 2 there on first down. Game break here, Jacksonville, Seattle. 6-3, Jacksonville's up, but Sam Darnold finds Jackson Smith-Njigba for a 61-yard touchdown reception. 61
Sorry, I
yards.
have Njigba in fantasy. Sorry.
Go Jacksonville. Go Jacksonville. But go Njigba for Josh's fantasy team. As it's 2nd and 8 here, shotgun for Cooper Rush. He sends Henry into motion, hands off to Henry. Henry is just met up by 3 Rams defenders and only gains, maybe loses 1 yard actually on the play.
Yeah, I'm just seeing the game. That's a great ball from Sam Darnold. Shout out to Sam Darnold, by the way, Orange County guy from my home county. So I love seeing him. Fun fact, I have a cousin who went to high school with Sam Darnold.
There you go.
Yeah.
USC quarterback, right? So.
Yes, USC quarterback. My cousin had a Spanish, I believe, I could be wrong. I believe I had a Spanish class with him 1 year. I could be wrong on that. So I'm not going to hold myself to that. I'm just saying I believe. I will ask him after this stream, and I'll report back next stream if I was right.
3rd and 8, the Rams do send a blitz off the edge with a defensive back. Puts Cooper Rush in a rush. No pun intended. He's able to
there you go.
To his right, avoid the sack, and just throws the ball away. It is going to be a punt from the Ravens. The Rams will get the football back with 5 minutes to go in this second quarter. The game is tied 3-3. You're still here. You're still in this game. It's ugly, but you're still in it.
Yeah, you'll probably good pressure from Cam Curl on that last 3rd and 8 play there. A nice secondary blitz that Chris Shula likes to run quite a bit on 3rd downs. And if you're the Rams, I think the goal is to hold on to the ball for the rest of the half. Don't even give him the ball back.
I mean, just
you got 5 minutes to run out that clock, yes, and as well as score. Let's try to do both. Don't give him the ball back and score.
I think that's all you got to focus on right now. Scoring a touchdown is key here. As we have flags, as Jalen McCullough is getting into it with some Ravens special teamers. Face to face, we'll see what the flag is. Possibly an unsportsmanlike conduct after the ball did sail out of bounds. So touchback, and it may be a flag on the Rams here. We'll wait and see on it. Won't be anything too crazy. Holding on the Rams, 10-yard penalty. It's going to be first down coming back. So. Not ideal.
So we have some news on Puka as well here from ESPN. Sorry, but it says Puka Nacua has a foot injury and is questionable to return.
Unfortunate for sure. David says feels like they've been looking for an excuse to fire him. Oh, talking about the Penn State coach. It was a bad game though, from what I saw.
I didn't watch any of that game. I mean, the loss to UCLA was worse. I mean, UCLA is definitely not the same team they were in September, but. Seems like you fired Deshaun Foster and all of a sudden they're an okay team. So
something to keep an eye on here. It's the second quarter for Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's up 9-0. Do we see Shedeur Sanders make his way onto the field at some point into this game? I don't think they give up on Dylan Gabriel that quickly, but you got to get some offense going. Maybe you throw Shedeur out there. We'll wait and see if that's a breaking news situation that happens today.
Maybe
9-0. The Chargers are down 9-10 versus Miami. And it looks like Jacksonville's down 10-6 after that Jackson Smith-Njigba play earlier. The Cowboys are up 17-10 in Carolina. Trying to look through some.
Yeah, that was big for me. I have a nice lead now. JSN 26 points in the first half for me. Love that.
Wow.
Rico Dowdle with 9. I like to see it. Lad with 6. Love it. Garrett Wilson's 4.3. We're not going to talk about it anymore, but
very interesting games going on around the league. It seems like a lot of low-scoring games I'm seeing.
yeah, I mean, the only
offense.
fantasy quarterback playing well, Drake May, 17 points already.
Wow.
I wanted Drake May. One pick before me was Drake May. I'm very annoyed about that, but let's see, David, win the middle 8. You might need to elaborate on that one, David. I'm a little confused on what you mean by that.
We're seeing.
You mean when?
We're seeing on camera right here, Sean McVay going through, talking to the tight ends, talking to the offensive line here, trying to get them going, trying to get some kind of energy in this building as it's a 3-3 ball game, 5 minutes and 2 seconds to go in this second quarter. The ball is the 10-yard line for the Rams. Stafford in the shotgun snaps the ball, does find Devontae Adams for a quick catch, but gets hit immediately for about a 4-yard gain. You'll take the 4 yards, but tough hit there from the defense.
Yeah, it is. It is. I like to see McVay as well firing up the offense. You're starting from around your own 10-yard line, obviously. So at the 10. So you got the whole field to work with here. 2 timeouts. Got to score here.
Looks like a run here to the left, gain of about 2 or 3 yards from Kyren Williams. So the Rams are going to face a third down already after just getting the football back. Could be another 3 and out, and not what you want to see when you're sitting here at 3-3. Craig says, I don't think Shedeur won't last. I think Shedeur is overrated. To be honest with you, I'm not a big college football guy, so I didn't really watch him play. From the highlights I saw and things I watched, he looks like a capable quarterback. I don't know how good he actually is. He went in the 5th round, so is that his attitude? Is that his ability? I don't know. I'm just saying, it's interesting entertainment for sure to see him out
Potentially,
there.
Levi in chat. The middle 8, last 4 before half, first 4 after half. Thank you, Levi, for that. I've never heard it referred to as the middle 8 so far, as the Ravens did make a trade earlier this week for Alohi Gilman from the Chargers. They traded the Chargers Odafe Owe. A little surprised they traded Owe. He was off to a slow start this year for them, but good pickup for the Chargers. They need some edge rushers with Khalil Mack being out for another couple of weeks. As the Ravens have another injured player down on the field right now.
Yeah, Brent Urban, he actually walked off on his own there. Look at his arm or elbow. Maybe he already had a big brace on it, so maybe that was bothering him a little bit. As it's 3rd and 3 here for the Rams. Stafford under center sends Jordan Whittington in motion. They fake the handoff to Kyren Williams. He looks down the field, throws it to Jordan Whittington, who makes a diving, drops the ball. Almost made a diving catch. Looked really cool the way his hair kind of flows around and everything. It looked like it was going to be a pretty cool catch the way he got a Superman to dive to make the catch, but hitting the ground, the ball pops out. He doesn't make and complete the pass. Don't really know why he's jumping. I mean, a little bit of an overthrow again from Stafford. Made him dive, but Whittington, you want more snaps, you want more opportunities, you got to catch that football.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't a terrible pass. It wasn't a perfect pass, but it wasn't a terrible pass by any means. I mean, that's definitely a catchable ball.
Fumble on the punt return. Everyone's jumping on the pile. The Ravens players jumping on it. I think they're scared the Rams might have this football. Rams saying they do have it. The refs are trying to find it. Still don't know. Still can't tell. They're looking. They're peeking. They say the Rams have the football. Rams, special teams, after we just said, are they the worst special teams in football? They may have come up with a huge turnover here for the Rams offense. Let's make sure this was a fumble here. Troy Reeder gets the helmet on the football. Our guy, Troy Reeder, making a huge play here. His helmet hits the football. The ball is out. It's loose. And you see the Rams recover it. Going to be impossible to overturn that, even if they try to look at the replay to see who recovered it. So the Rams, Troy Reeder, play of the first half so far.
Yeah, definitely. Troy Reeder with 2 good plays in the same game. Not something we thought we'd hear, but that's definitely the case. Let's see. I believe the punter, Ethan Evans, may have gotten on that ball first. And now with the
Oh
Rams,
no! Oh no! There's a flag on the play.
What?
There's too many men on the field for the kicking team. 4th down, you're gonna punt the football again. Oh my goodness!
Wait. That was the latest flag I've ever seen.
Too many men on the. Oh, too many men downfield. Not too many
Well,
men
that's
on the
just our
field.
ball then, right? This would be after the fumble then.
Too many. No, this is gonna be a penalty. It's gonna be 4th down again. Too many men down the field. And by the way, guess who it was? Oh, not Troy Reader. I thought it was Troy Reader again. I've never seen too many men downfield on a punt.
How? What else are you supposed to be doing on a punt?
I didn't know that was possible. I guess that's why they're supposed to block first, back up, block first, and then go out. Wow, that is.
Is that a call? I'm gonna Google.
And
if
the
that's
Ravens
actually a penalty.
on the punts. Ethan Evans has to make a touchdown-saving tackle. Nearly a touchdown. They run all the way back. They're nearly in the red zone. I mean, this is just what is this game?
Okay, no, come on.
God, what is this game? What are we watching right now?
I don't know. I want to Google at halftime if too many men downfield on a punt an actual penalty because I've never seen it called ever.
They make the Rams punt again. Ravens get the football and just incredible run back here, past the 40. Ethan Evans nearly it would have been a touchdown if Ethan Evans doesn't make this tackle. Gets him about the 35-yard line. I mean, what is happening in this game?
I don't know what to say. We might need to cue the Stephen A. Smith clip already. We've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray. We might need that.
Derrick Henry
already here.
Takes a handoff on 1st down, gets a gain of about 5 on the play. I mean, Carlos saying again, this is all coaching, guys. Time to admit that coaching is to blame. I mean, Carlos, it's so hard to disagree with you right now. I mean, this is...
Now, the one coach I'll agree with is special teams. That's the coach where I really think there's a problem. But all the other coaches, I don't.
Great news here. As you're seeing Puka Nacua on the sideline, whatever he did back there really helps. He is kind of hyping himself up, doing some little stretches here. He looks like he is going to get ready to get back onto this football field for the Rams, as we would expect. He's such a tough football player for you. Derrick Henry gets another 1st down for the Ravens on 2nd and 5.
He's definitely walking better.
Looks a lot better, walking a lot better. And here we go. Here, Ethan Evans. You see, nearly took out John Harbaugh.
Nope.
Oh, maybe just a different coach. Not their head coach. But
why do I feel like that would actually hype up John Harbaugh even more, though? He'd just get right back up.
The couple coaches actually jumped over in unison over Ethan Evans as he rolled over. That was kind of a funny replay there. As Cooper Rush takes the ball under center, he's barking out calls here. 1st and 10, 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in this second quarter. Snaps the ball, hands off to Derrick Henry yet again, who gets another 5-6 yards after he keeps the legs churning. And the Rams are not slowing down Derrick Henry. Again, Cooper Rush, 6 for 12, just 34 yards with an interception on the day. And the Rams still a 3-3 ball game here.
Yeah, you're saying it best. I mean, as you can tell from my voice, it's just annoyed. I'm as frustrated as Carlos is right now, man. It's getting to that point. So you got to get a stop here. You got to hold them to 3.
You definitely do got to make a stop here. We'll see what happens as they come back from commercial. Kind of random commercial popped up out of nowhere. I don't know what they call this. 2-minute
warning.
Most likely for, yeah. 2-minute warning here. Second quarter. The Ravens are threatening to score on the Rams. 3-3 ball game. And it's just been a frustrating, confusing, weird. I mean, what is going on in this football game? Devontae Adams can't make a catch. Puka Nacua gets a little bit banged up. The D-line cannot stop the run and save their lives. Again, the only player they have to worry about, Derrick Henry, and yet this offensive line is continuously opening up running lanes for him. You thought bringing in Poona Ford could help you with the run game. It has not really done that much for you. Nate Landman has been great with Omar Speights, but no Omar Speights today. You're not stopping the run at all. I mean, this is bad. This is ugly.
It is. Those are the words to describe it. It's not what you want to see. I'm going to get the box score up here for us right now. Just looking at this so far, Matthew Stafford is 8 for 15 for 80 yards. Kyren, 5 carries for 18 yards. Derrick Henry, 15 for 79. I mean, that's His average yards per carry right now is 5.2, which is great, which you don't want to see if you were the Rams. Again, Cooper Rush, 6 for 12 for 34 yards. Just Zay Flowers leads the team with receiving yards with 13.
It's rough. It's rough. The Rams are kind of doing what you thought they would have to do, right? Not let Cooper Rush, or I guess you kind of have to make Cooper Rush beat you. He's not doing that. So you're doing good in that department. You're not letting Cooper Rush throw all over you, which is nice, I guess. What we expected to kind of happen. But you're not stopping the run enough. You're kind of just allowing them to run the football over and over and over again. And even if you don't let them score, or they're only scoring 3, your offense isn't doing anything right now. And it's not even just Stafford. Yes, there's a couple overthrows in the red zone, but Devontae Adams not making catches. Jordan Whittington not making catches. Puka Nacua hurt. Stafford actually making some bad throws as well now. That's all just a recipe for disaster for this offense. As we're back.
And again, obviously the Puka injury is something you can't really play. Like, you wouldn't expect that to happen in any game. You don't want it to happen in any game. Obviously, that's going to throw a wrench in everything. And
Derrick Henry gets the handoff right into his left. Sorry to cut you off, Josh, but he gets all the way to the 4-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for this Ravens team. And again, it's like slow motion. Cooper Rush isn't even moving that fast. Derrick Henry doesn't even move that fast. You see where the ball is going, and then he's still able to bounce it out. Might have been a hold on Zay Flowers for Cam Curl there. But either way, I mean, Derrick Henry's still going to get a bunch of yards, even if they call that, if they don't get that hold.
Yeah, it's not great. Rigo in chat said, I woke up thinking this game was going to be a cakewalk, and here I am frustrated. Yeah, I did too. My score prediction was 33-20. I did say the first half was going to be close in my prediction, because I thought the Ravens, they were really going to come out, try being 1-4. You got to win this game to keep your season alive. And I thought second half, like against the Titans, the Rams were just going to come out and absolutely destroy them. That still could happen. You never know. The Rams can come back in the second half. Again, the Titans game was disappointing to start off with as well, and then they dominated the second half pretty easily. So
Cooper Rush,
there's a chance of that.
Under center, 1st and goal, hands off to guess who? Derrick Henry, who rolls in, gets stuffed at the 1-yard line. About to run in for a touchdown, but he does get stopped at the 1. It's going to be 2nd and goal here on the 1-yard line. They're probably going to give it to Derrick Henry yet again on this next possession here. Kenneth Wright says, it's like the Rams don't want to play. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what we're feeling like, right? It just doesn't look good right now. And by the way, Derrick Henry, for those who want to compare it to a good defense in Houston holds Derrick Henry to just 33 rushing yards last week. The Rams have already allowed Derrick Henry over 90 rushing yards in the first half. 3 times his rushing yards from last game's total he has in the first half versus the Rams. You know what they're going to do. You know you need to stop the run. You know he's the only one you need to stop, and the Rams still can't stop it. Is this run defense in a whole lot of trouble? We'll wait and see here. As they're going quick snap here, tush push with the quarterback. I mean, with a tight end. Cooper Rush trying to push the tush. Doesn't get it. It looks like it's going to be 3rd and goal now for the Rams. Good stuff there from the Rams.
Yeah, I mean, you have a chance to make a stand here. I would not be shocked whatsoever if they go for it on a 4th and goal if they don't get this here on 3rd and goal. So you definitely got to look into that.
Tush push attempt. Sean Dolak in on defense trying to get that stop as well. Going to be 3rd and goal. I wouldn't be surprised if they hand it off to Henry again. Don't even let Cooper Rush try to throw the football here. Can the Rams stop you? We'll wait and see. 1 minute and 5 seconds to go here in the second quarter. They're going with the tush push again with Mark Andrews. He's getting pushed. He's getting pushed. He's getting stuffed. He's getting stuffed. The football's out. The football's out. Jared Verse has the football in his hand. They blow it dead. They blow the play dead. Jared Verse was going to run in for a touchdown, and they blow the play dead. I think you let that go, refs. Jeez.
Is this another Niners missed call where it was a clear fumble? I'm about to see the play here. I'm a little behind.
Jared Verse,
I'm going to be quite annoyed if it's an obvious fumble again that they miss.
Is very frustrated. Mark Andrews, he gets stuffed. He gets held up. He gets stood up. And as he's getting stood up, no whistle, no whistle, no whistle. The ball's out. I will say both refs are making their way to the pile. So usually that means they might have blown the whistle at that point. I don't understand why you're blowing the whistle that early. The Ravens are going to let this clock go all the way down here. Take a timeout with 9 seconds to go in the second quarter. And Cooper Rush kind of looks like he's going to go out there and maybe try to go for this on 4th and goal. So we'll wait and see what the decision is after this timeout. But what do you think about that replay there?
Yeah, that's another obvious fumble. Again, until the whistle is blown, the play is live. I think that should be a rule. And you can't say, oh, we were going to blow the whistle anyway. Well, you didn't.
Yeah,
Again, that's not just a fumble for the Rams. That's a fumble for all 32 NFL teams, for all college teams, even high school teams. That's a fumble.
It was Jared Verse that reached his hand in and ripped it out, and then he had a clear path to run it back for a touchdown. But
yeah, he did.
The refs called the play dead. It hurts. It's been a really weird first half. So of course, more weirdness happens on that play. As 4th and goal, Cooper Rush is out there with Derrick Henry and a tight end to block as a fullback. Behind him, Cooper Rush snaps the ball, hands off to Henry. Henry looking, trips up. He's stuffed. As you hear the fire engine behind me. The Rams get a stop on 4th and goal. Just 8 seconds remain here. Jared Verse celebrating great play from the Rams to stop Derrick Henry. I mean, you think an unstoppable force, but Jared Verse says, get out of my way. Stop trying to block me. Derrick Henry gets stopped.
See, I'm about to see it here. Yeah, I mean, Jared Verse, bad blocking by the Ravens. There were so many Rams in the backfield. That's bad blocking. Great play from Verse, but also awful blocking from the O-line there. That's a key play for the Rams. You start off with the ball, I believe, in the second half. So you keep it tied at 3. This is a must. Again, if that missed fumble call turned into a touchdown, that may have been a crash out there.
I actually forgot that I have the Rams defense, by the way, in this game. So not doing too bad so far this game, but that would have been a nice touchdown to add to my fantasy team. As 18 rushes in the first half alone for Derrick Henry. He's at 90 yards. He has 5 yards per carry in this first half. He's basically, you could call it a day right now, and he would have a great game as a running back. So definitely not what you want to see from the Rams defense, slowing down the run.
No.
They do stuff the run there in the red zone on the goal line, so you like to see that, but ultimately they're not really slowing the run down at all. They're not making Cooper Rush beat them. And then on offense, we can go over all of that. Special teams has been out of this world weird and wonky in this game, so many things to talk about at halftime. What do you want to start off?
Yeah, there are.
With, Josh?
Kenneth in chat said the rules need to be changed on the tush push, especially when they allow the offensive team to get a second chance, even when they're set up initially. Yeah, I agree. Again, even the refs, until that whistle is blown, the play is alive. You can't. They're like the refs. What was their? I want to hear the explanation. Was their explanation we were about to blow the whistle anyway? That's not an explanation.
I agree with you there, man. I really don't know what they were trying to do there. I think they might have we're not listening live, so they might have just blown the whistle kind of early, but I just feel like it was a little early. I don't know. You guys let me know how you guys feel. If you're watching the game, let me know how you feel about that fumble. Was it a fumble? Was it not a fumble? Let me know how you guys feel because you're watching with some volume from the commentators. Maybe they explain a little better than us. Craig says, what a huge stop. It really was a huge stop, but the Rams got to wake up in the second half. And Floyd says, tied at 3 at halftime. Rams are fortunate to not be behind, but maybe that goal line stand will give them a spark they need to kick butt in the second half. I'm hoping for that.
Maybe. And real quick, everybody, I need to go grab my computer charger now that it is halftime because I'm streaming from my laptop and I am on 15%. So I will be back in around a minute here.
Should I put Jared Verse up on the screen?
You can if you want to try that.
I was telling Josh earlier I was able to get Jared Verse up on the screen. Let's see if I can get him up here while Josh gets his charger. Might take a while. Why is it not finding it? Let's see. Oh, here we go.
Let's see. I am back, but I just have to plug this in.
I don't know if it's going to work.
I don't see it on my end here. zoomed in?
Really,
Yeah, it did.
He really zoomed in, but.
Oh wow. Yeah, he is. Yeah. He's definitely quite zoomed in there.
Let's just leave this. Let's leave this here for a couple seconds. Yeah. Overall, though, when we're talking about this team, I mean, where to start? Where to begin? The offense, I think, needs to score against one of the worst, if not the worst, defenses in all of football right now. You gotta see them scoring. We gotta score some points.
Yes.
What are your keys right now that you've noted in the first half that you feel like the Rams are really just struggling in certain departments? What are you seeing right now?
I am seeing Bappa. Wow. Sorry, George. Did you just see that George Pickens hurdle? Sorry, that distracted me a little bit, but wow, that was a great play. But basically, if you go back to Fox, you'll see it right now. Oh, he tried it again, but he didn't get it. But basically, everything really. The O-line not blocking the bet. Pass blocking the bet been pretty good. Run blocking has been pretty much non-existent here in this first half. But some other keys defensively, gotta stop the run. Just stop the run. Derrick Henry not great, and now the halftime crew, Julian Edelman's going over some missed opportunities here. And you're right, Julian. You're 100% right. There have been a lot of missed opportunities in the red zone. Drop passes from especially from a guy like Devontae Adams, who's very, very sure-handed. These drops, we're not used to these drops really at all, in all honesty. So I expect that to get better in the second half. The other thing, I mean, special teams, we've gone over it really for the last couple weeks now that it hasn't been what you want it to be. And just trying to find ways to do some things. You think you have a forced fumble, and then you have too many men downfield on a punt, which I have never seen called in my a little over around 12, 13 years of watching football. So
Yeah, it's kind of
I'm actually going to Google right now if that's a real penalty because I actually do not know.
I've literally never seen that. I was confused by that call. So you have you have a call of too many men downfield on a punt. Again, something I've never seen before myself, and I'm not saying it's not a rule. I'm just blown away that the Rams are doing something that I've literally never seen in a football game before. And in that play where they punt the football with too many men down the field, you get a fumble.
Hey, I have the rule here. Sorry, but I do have the rule here.
Go ahead.
So a punt with too many men downfield is not a single penalty, but a combination of rule violations, typically the ineligible man downfield penalty. On an NFL punt, the only players from the punting team allowed to cross the line of scrimmage before the kick are the two players on the ends of the line. Wow. Any other player would be a penalty. Wow. So it is a rule.
No one can be on. So I've never heard of this rule, never seen this rule before. It is a rule. I'm not saying it's not. But what I'm saying is the Rams make a mistake that I've quite literally never seen before. By the way, adds to, this is special teams though. Punting and field goes hand in hand. That's special teams. That's your special teams coach, your special teams unit. And so that's now you're not blocking right on field goals. Your kicker is missing field goals now. And then on top of all of that, your punting team is creating penalties that I just literally never seen. By the way, taking away fumble recoveries from your team. So all of this mixes into the Rams really just absolutely being horrific on special teams, probably the worst special teams unit on all of football, just in terms of how bad they've been so far this year. And so that hurts you for sure, of course. But then you talk about the fumble that is not a fumble. Again, back-to-back weeks, how is that possible that the Rams get two fumble recoveries that suddenly become no fumbles anymore, that both would have returned for touchdowns? That is also frustrating. So those are things that you're kind of almost out of your control, right, that are frustrating you right now. But even before all of that, Devontae Adams isn't making the catches he needs to make. Stafford isn't as accurate as he needs to be right now. Puka is dealing with an injury now. The running game is not really getting as much movement as you want consistently in the run game. The tight ends, early play to Tyler Higbee, then since then non-existent. right now on this offense. Drop passes from Jordan Whittington. Overall, this entire offense is just not flowing as well as you want them to, especially with how talented they are. And that's frustrating because now what's the answer? You're fairly healthy. Puka Nacua is back on the field now, I think, right? So you're fairly healthy.
We'll see.
What is it that we can do now to kind of fix these issues? And that's what's kind of frustrating is that I don't know what the answer is. I really don't right now.
I mean, the special teams issue is not going to fix itself. I mean, the illegal man downfield, that's not going to happen again. Like that, I highly doubt that's
going to
happen
the first
again.
time, though. It shouldn't happen the first time, right? I mean,
no. Well, also, I didn't even know that was a rule until 2 minutes ago. So, I mean, just like when the Broncos got that leveraging call against them. Funny enough, when I was actually working a college football game back when I was in college, there was a leveraging call there too, and I was like, really? That was the only 2 leveraging calls I've ever seen. So sometimes there's calls that you don't see often that get called. I mean, the thing with the run is I guess you got to try to find a side of the O-line that's blocking better. I mean, they talked about it in the USC game. Something they kept talking about was how USC loves to run to the right, I believe it was. I could be wrong on that, but I believe it was the right of their O-line. Same thing with Oregon. Oregon had a certain side of the O-line that was better run blocking, so they would try to go that way. Again, in college, you could do that a bit more than you can in the NFL, but at least trying something like that, finding where your strength is on the O-line so you can kind of have more of at least a better running lane, I think could be important. That's really probably the best thing you can do. I mean, Stafford himself, like his throws haven't been awful. Like it's better than the Niners game for sure. His throws. I mean, the receivers with the drop pass, you just got to catch the ball. There's not really much I can say, but that's not a coaching problem. That's maybe you didn't warm up your hands properly before the game. Your hands are cold. Put your hands under some heaters or something. I don't know, but you gotta find something. But I saw the high there was 69 in Baltimore, so it's not like it's that cold.
I was gonna say I'm gonna look it up right now. It is overcast. I did see a couple times on different possessions that we had Cooper Rush with his hands in his hand warmers, so maybe a little chilly out there. I don't know, 100% for sure. Let's see. I'm trying to look at the weather right now for Baltimore. Baltimore weather today.
And by the way, Stafford also just passed Dan Marino for 9th all-time in passing yards.
So it is currently 65 degrees out in Baltimore. So
that's
overcast, a little bit of windy, a little bit of precipitation, a little humidity. So, it is a little bit on the cooler side. Not cold. I will say certain parts of the country, you're 65 degrees, a little bit colder than it is out in LA for sure. But overall, that could be a huge issue, a huge factor, I guess, right now in this game. It's just you're professionals. Like, I don't want to be giving you guys, it's kind of cold outside. That's why Devontae Adams, your all-pro receiver, is dropping multiple pass attempts. Why Jordan Whittington, yes, diving attempt, but still not able to reel in a catch that is very catchable from a professional receiver in the NFL. CB says coaching is not good when so many mistakes. Quarterback off with receiver due to limited time with vet receiver and pregame work, and low draft choices, tight end can't catch, and non-drafted players kicker limits. Yeah, I mean, I can kind of sum that up, CB, by saying, your special teams is off, right? Now your kicker isn't really maybe not going to have the job here in LA for much longer if he keeps performing the way he does. Your tight ends can catch, I think. So I think we can. You just got kind of not targeting them, really, right? Obviously, you're throwing in Parkinson, you're throwing in Davis Allen as well. The mix of tight ends hasn't really been they haven't found that proper formula yet with their tight ends. They haven't gotten them involved as much as they need to, I think. But again, I'm honestly getting a little bit tired of continuously saying, well, Stafford and Adams are gonna figure it out. When? I mean, how much longer can you kind of wait, right? Like, you need that connection to be happening. It's been 6 weeks now. You got a lot of red zone targets. You got a lot of practice work with one another. We can't keep making this excuse of, well, Adams and Stafford just aren't on the same page. Stafford's just overthrowing him a couple times, and now Devontae's just dropping passes. So both need to figure things out on both sides.
They do. They do. Again, I mean, Stafford, Adams is more so just dropping the ball rather than there being a lot of overthrows, really. There's been a couple overthrows you could say, but especially Devontae's last two drops, those are on Devontae. That's not a chemistry problem. That's a Devontae hands problem, which I don't foresee being a problem the rest of the season. Hasn't really been a problem throughout his entire career. I mean, this year has definitely been more than usual, and we do have Rigo saying, can chemistry actually be created? Yeah, it's just about getting reps together. It looks better in terms of the route running and in terms of ball placement. It looks better, but I think it just has to be more reps, more targets in game. That's really all you can kind of do there. As it looks like we're about to get started here.
We are about to head back.
It's third quarter.
Tom Brady's up on the screen now, so we're coming back here out the second half. I want to get a real quick second half predictions here. It's tie game 3-3, so basically 0-0. How are you feeling this game ends? What's your final score prediction now? Halftime update.
It's not 33-20, I'll tell you that. My final score pick, I'm going to say the Rams are going to have 20. I think the offense comes back. I believe it's going to be 20-13. Rams win.
The wind is picking up, by the way. Tyler Loop now needs a holder for the kickoff. So that's how windy it's getting right now in Baltimore. So that is another excuse, I guess you can say, for why offenses are struggling here as the kick is up. And the Rams are trying to return it, and I hate when returners go sideways. Why are you going east-west? You should be going north-south, and instead you get to about the 24-yard line and start the football. Not bad field position, but just frustrating when they go left and right rather than north, up and down. Oh, what's the forward, back?
Yeah, I might change my score pick after seeing the win.
Puka is still on the sideline. Looks like he's trying to go. He's going to run around and see if he can make it work, it looks like. So we'll have to wait and see how he's holding up. He's on the sideline right now for this first play as Stafford is under center. 3-3 ball game. Second half is off to a start. Play action. Stafford looks down the field, finds Davante Adams for a huge gain here, about 15 to 20 yards on the reception from Davante Adams. Great start here.
Yeah, and that's what you wanted to see. You want to see Adams catch the ball better. And that's exactly what he is trying to do. That's exactly what he did there, which is good to see. And Blake Corum as well is back on the sideline too.
Stafford throws over the middle of the field. Looks like he finds a tight end. Could be Tyler Higbee in the middle of the field, about the 50-yard line, right at the logo of the Ravens. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 or so to go here for the Rams. Carlos, he said Ravens beat Rams 17-10. I think I'll flip that and say Rams beat the Ravens 17-10. As Stafford gets under pressure, gets out of it, looks down the field to Davante Adams, a little low, doesn't make it happen. So it's going to be 3rd and 3 now, coming out with 14 minutes to go in this third quarter.
All right, this is a key third down. I would maybe go for this if you are the Rams.
Yeah, whether it's
if you don't get it.
If you don't get it, I'd probably go for it on 4th down as well. But yeah, I'll say 17-10. Final score prediction here for the Rams beating the Ravens. It's going to be a low scoring, it looks like. 66 degrees. Looks like there's some wind out there. It just said on the screen. Stafford in the shotgun with Kyren Williams to his left, a few receivers to his right, Davante Adams down to his left. He's barking out calls. He's changing some plays. 3 seconds to go on the play clock. Snaps the ball. Pressure in his face. Throws it quickly out to someone out there. Looks like it's Kanata Mumfield, his first catch in his NFL career. Gets a quick catch, nice blocking, and gets the first down.
Let's see how this play looks here too.
Rams going quick here. Stafford to Kyren Williams gets about 7 on the catch as you react to Kanata Mumfield's first career catch.
Yeah, nice catch, good play. I like to see this. He's a 7th rounder, so expectations are a little lower than obviously they are for Terrence Ferguson. It's still nice to see him get involved. It's needed. Now he has that off his back. He's got the first catch of his career there.
Rams
I believe he already saw first down, but
really picking, for me. Yeah, the Rams are really picking up the pace here as Stafford play action rolls to his left. Doesn't really have much time. A lot of pressure from the Ravens defense. He does find Tyler Higbee for a gain of about 1, maybe 1.5 yards there. So we're going to be 3rd down and 3 for the Rams. 0 rush attempts so far on this drive. All 6 plays have been pass attempts from Stafford, and they are kind of getting the Ravens on their heels, trying to kind of make something happen on offense. But here, slowing down a little bit, calling a play. Stafford sends Whittington into motion. He's in shotgun with Kyren to his right. Talking about the defense, calling out signals. 3 seconds to go on the play clock. Snaps the football. Stafford drops back to pass. All day to throw. Fades up to Kanata Mumfield. Mumfield's asking for a flag as he was kind of held up, it looked like, slowed down from getting open. It could have been a touchdown if he wasn't slowed down a bit. Great route here from Kanata Mumfield. Just kind of gets a little, I don't know, a little illegal, little contact there at the end of the route. I don't like that. Kyle Hamilton. Is that Kyle? No, it's not Kyle. Gilliam, number 12.
Kyle Hamilton would not be on Mumfield, I'll tell you that right now. So
No, he's not. It was number 12 for the Ravens defense, safety in coverage. 4th and 3, the Rams are lining up to go for it. Stafford in the backfield. He's in the shotgun, barking out calls to his offensive line. 5 seconds to go on the play clock. Stafford drops back to pass, looking downfield, all day to throw, runs to his left a little, throws down the field to the end zone. Pass is caught by Kyren Williams. The ref is saying he caught it, but he might have been on the white. We'll wait and see on this.
I'm about to see for myself here. Let's see.
There's a flag on the play as well.
Oh, fun.
The catch was made as his bottom. Only way I could say his bottom does completely make it in before touching the white at all. So very close there to his back hitting the white before. But Kyren Williams, great downfield catch. By the way, pass interference was the call. So either way, the Rams would have got some good yardage here.
Oh, I like that.
The penalty is declined.
Take it.
So if you have Kyren Williams in fantasy, the penalty is declined. He will get that yardage.
Yeah, clearly in. Yeah, the bottom does hit the ground first. Probably a good thing for him that hit the ground first. I was able to brace his back a little bit.
First and goal, 2 hands on the football. Please, Kyren, as he gets the handoff, easily walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyren Williams doesn't even get touched as he walks into the end zone. The Rams, if they can make this extra point, will be up 10-3 here on the Baltimore Ravens. Huge if now.
Well, see, now that it's 70-mile-an-hour winds, you can't really blame Cardi. I mean, like, that's an extreme weather condition.
Yeah. They do send Cardi out there. They're not going to go for 2. Josh Riccardi looking for the snap. Gets the snap. Kick is up. Kick is right down the middle. Josh Riccardi makes the extra point. Something you got to celebrate nowadays.
Yeah, Craig's what a catch by Kyren. Yeah, that was a great catch and an amazing play.
Great catch.
Again, the pass interference penalty, they would have got a yardage there anyways. But obviously, you want the catch, you get it. And then Kyren follows it up with, if you look at, did you see that? He had 2 hands on the football to start out with.
I was going to say, wait till you look at his graphic for the touchdown. He has 2 hands on the football on the graphic, so he's ready, even in the graphic.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably called up his agent, was like, can you call Fox Sports to make sure they change that? So I'm always reminded to have 2 hands on the ball. But yeah, sure. Sure thing. I mean, hey, whatever helps. 10-3 now here, still early in the third quarter. And Marvin Harrison, by the way, is now out for the rest of the game for the Cardinals with a concussion, unfortunately. Which is not good to see. We don't root for injuries for anybody. Ooh, there we go. Sorry, Rico Dowdle just scored a touchdown for my fantasy team. But, by the way, Chuba Hubbard has been out, so I just picked up Rico Dowdle. He got me 200 yards last week. And he has 90 and a touchdown so far right now.
My girlfriend, we have a fantasy league where it's just a bunch of people who don't really play fantasy, so just kind of teaching them how to play and stuff. And so she was like, who should I pick up? And I kind of was like, Rico Dowdle will probably get some yards for you. Chuba Hubbard's out. And then, she started him in the flex. Got 30 points.
Yeah, I started, well, my flex is JSN. JSN's about to get 30 for me here early in the third. I have a nice lead right now. I'm up by 42 currently. So
scores around the league. The Cowboys are now down to the Carolina Panthers as Rico Dowdle is on his revenge game here. 20-17. Carolina is up in Carolina. As the Cowboys have the football. And then Brian Thomas for my fantasy team playing pretty solid. So Jacksonville, though, still down 6-13 versus Seattle. So not good for us Rams fans. rooting for Jacksonville in
No.
that game to at least take care of business versus Seattle. Seattle's in the red zone, 13-6. They're already up, so we'll see if Jacksonville can make it.
If JSN gets another touchdown, I'm happy. But anything else, no.
Kenneth Walker touchdown would be pretty clutch for me. And then Cleveland, 3-9 here. Cleveland has the football. They're down to the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. The Chargers are in the red zone, down 9-13 versus the Miami Dolphins. Interesting there.
Yeah, bad loss for the Chargers to lose to the Dolphins. I'll just say that.
Colts are up 14-10 versus Arizona.
So a surprisingly close game there in Indianapolis. Marvin Harrison, as I just said, unfortunately out with a concussion. And Jacoby Brissett's actually starting. I didn't even realize Kyler Murray was not playing in this game.
Wow.
I didn't even know Jacoby Brissett was a Cardinal. So, wow.
Rams kickoff. Oh my goodness, they just flipped the return man. Cam Kitchens literally flips completely the return man for Baltimore. You got to watch this replay. That was
Wait, he got flipped by Cam Kitchens? Isn't he like 5'8"?
He goes down low, and then he just gets him right at the hip, right at the thighs, and he's able to completely flip the dude. Not really purposefully, to be fair, to Cam Kitchens. Not kind of trying to be malicious at all. But Cam Kitchens completely flips the Baltimore.
Oh, wow.
Insane.
I'm not going to lie. I feel that's a pretty bad look getting flipped by someone who's
It is
5'8".
a bad
I know Cam Kitchens is in the NFL, but that's a bad look for you, man. Oh, isn't that the dude who got the game-winning touchdown against the Rams a couple years ago? That Wallace guy?
Maybe. You might be right, as Mark Andrews gets a pretty nice gain here, 12 or 13 yards, but the Rams are pointing at the Ravens. It looks like there's a flag on the play here. Maybe some illegal contact, top of the route. Yeah, a little bit of a push off from Mark Andrews. He just goes right into the chest of Darius Williams, pushes right off of him with two hands. So they call an offensive pass interference or something along those lines. So it looks like it's going to be 1st and 20 now for the Ravens. This is where you have to strike if you're the Rams. They have the penalty now. It's all the way backed up. It's 1st and 20. You cannot allow the Ravens to get a first down on this drive.
No, you can't. And this is an obvious offensive pass interference. I mean, I get the size advantage that Mark Andrews has, so you can make an advantage that, make a case that it was just the size, but no, he clearly pushed. That was a clear push.
100%. As Cooper rushing the shotgun with nobody in the backfield, he looks back to pass, finds Zay Flowers for a quick catch. Zay Flowers so shifty, gets around. Oh my goodness, he's just shifty. Fumbles the football. He fumbled the football, and the Rams pick it up. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. So much going on there.
Are we sure it's a fumble? There might be another flag. No, you never know.
No flags on the field. Zay Flowers trying to be shifty, tries to be too shifty, and just simply loses the football. The Rams recover and return pretty deep into the Ravens territory, as who else but Nate Landman with the punch out. I told you guys when you sign Nate Landman, and who else to recover that other than Quentin Lake. Man.
Yeah, and by the way, the Ravens' nickname for Zay Flowers, I remember they said this when he got drafted. Lamar said they call him Joystick because he makes video game type moves. And but
he really
unfortunately, the video game glitched there for that fumble.
He really was making some shifty video game moves. I was about to get frustrated by the defense not tackling him because he was going to get near a first down for the Ravens. Instead, he fumbles the football because of a Nate Landman punch out. Puka Nacua out blocking for you here in the play action. Wide open Jordan Whittington to the left. He gets a first down and more. He's going to be dropped down. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Rams at about the 8-yard line. Great back-to-back plays here for the Rams. You see Zay Flowers catch the football, shifty, punch out as Nate Landman doesn't give up on the play. Quentin Lake with the recovery. Love to see it.
Yeah, already started off a great field position at the Ravens 21. Obviously, get the 1st and goal here early on. This has got to be a touchdown. You get up 17-3 here, get another stop, maybe you score again, get it to 24-3 and kind of blow the game wide open here.
Play action. They find Tyler Higbee to the right. Tyler Higbee wide open, waltzes into the end zone. Tyler Higbee touchdown. The Rams are up 17-3, and just like that, with 10 minutes to go in the third, the Rams have gone from a 3-3 ball game. Within 5 minutes, are now up 17-3. This is kind of exactly what we wanted to see of this Rams team in the second half. Wake up. What are we doing? Where are we at? And the Rams do wake up so far.
They knew Tyler Higbee did the fake injury celebration. Had me a little scared there for a second, but he is okay. But I don't know when the last time Tyler Higbee had a touchdown was. Not in a bad way because he was injured throughout most of last year. I believe that's his first touchdown in a while. So nice to see him getting back into the red zone. They're kind of saying TD, CB saying yes, turnover. Carlos saying why is Puka in the game? Get him out. I mean, if he feels like he can play. And there's nothing very serious in terms of there's nothing that the trainers and doctors have said is serious that can get a lot worse. I think it's okay for him to be in for now. Obviously, if this game gets to be more of a blowout, he definitely will not be in. So we'll have to see right now. But if he's in for a couple plays, I do think it is okay. Stafford, 257 yards already, according to Samuel. Let's see if that's true. Not to doubt you, Samuel. I just don't want to see for myself here. I have 174 yards for Stafford.
In Stafford, truly, I mean, someone said it earlier, right? I'm trying to go back and see if I can see the chat, but they said, CB said, finally, trust your big moneymaker Stafford after a half of experience get against these guys. TD. Yeah, I mean, we talk about Stafford not really playing super well, right, so far in this game, maybe a couple overthrows. But again, people who are freaking out about Stafford is the only way you're going to win a Super Bowl, so you got to root for this guy. He goes out there and shows you why he is still the quarterback all these years into his NFL career. He passes Dan Marino. He's passing out all these legends every single game now. It seems like he's passing some type of record. And so Stafford continuously showing why he is still the quarterback for your Los Angeles Rams. And you look really good right now in this first 5 minutes of the second half.
Yes, he does indeed. And there's a little score update here. Divisional opponent, the Cardinals just scored, took the lead on the Colts. Trey McBride, touchdown catch. If anyone has Trey McBride in fantasy, which probably some of you do, you definitely like that there. And the Seahawks did score. They're now up 20-6 on the Jags as well. I don't know who scored for the Seahawks, but let's look. It was not JSN, I'll tell you that much.
Wasn't Kenneth Walker. By the way, I'm getting killed. Not killed. I'm pretty good chance to lose this game, though. 45% chance to win, according to Yahoo. But Kayshon Boutte, that's his name, Kayshon Boutte is killing me. I don't know how this guy...
Oh, guess who scored for the Seahawks?
Who?
Former Ram Cooper Kupp.
Hey, there you go. There you go, Cooper Kupp. You can never let me root... I could never be a guy to root against Cooper Kupp, by the way.
I can't either. What are his stats looking like for the year, Cooper Kupp?
Kayshon Boutte...
That was his first touchdown of the year, so nice to see that.
Kayshon Boutte having his best game of the year against me, so that's great.
Who does he play for?
New England.
Oh, he's still on the Patriots? I thought they cut him.
Still there, having his best game of his career, probably, against me, of course, in fantasy. That's how it works in fantasy football.
Reminds me of Kendrick Bourne, against the Rams.
Exactly. The Rams kick the ball off. The Ravens will get the football to start trying to make this comeback, right? They've been running the football really well with Derrick Henry, a 50% success rate, season high, 71 yards after contact, according to Next Gen Stats here. So he's playing really well so far, but it's going to be hard for them to keep feeding Derrick Henry the football when you're down 17-3, which is why the Rams needed to put some points up. Yeah,
now you're going to have to start to force Cooper Rush to try to beat you a little more. Obviously, Zay Flowers, that helped. That was not Cooper Rush's fault at all. That's an unfortunate fumble there for the Ravens. And I'm sure some of you are also Zay Flowers fantasy owners. I had Zay Flowers last year. Last pick of the draft, by the way, with Zay Flowers last year. You got a steal on that one.
100%.
Couldn't get him this year. Wanted him again, but I couldn't get him this year. So this game looks like that's good, but an unfortunate play there if you are a Ravens fan. I wonder if G is in the chat.
G, where is G at? He was supposed to be.
He's been pretty quiet today. I mean, I understand why. We don't want to root for injuries, obviously, for anybody, but this is, if you're the Ravens fan, this is a must-score drive. If you don't score here, I think this could get out of hand pretty quickly. And that's nearly intercepted by Darius Williams there. Yeah, good coverage on Flowers.
Good coverage on Flowers, indeed. And Derrick Henry gets fed the football here. He does gain about 4 yards on second down. So we're looking at third down now for the Baltimore Ravens. They're in danger of a 3-and-out here. 3rd and 6 to go. Down 17-3. You're going to see them be more aggressive, and it's going to be good for the Rams because if they make Cooper Rush drop back to pass, you have a chance to get after the quarterback. That's where this pass rush is going to do their best work. As right now, Cooper Rush in the shotgun. Running back to his left, probably Justice Hill. He's going to snap this football, 3rd and 6, looking downfield. Not too much pressure. Looking. Finds Justice Hill for a 5-yard gain. Unfortunately, it was 3rd and 6. Looks like Baltimore will likely punt this one as they are deep in their own territory. Nope. They are actually going to go for it.
This could give the Rams the game. If the Rams get this, wow. I feel like you got to punt here. I know you're down 14, but you got to punt.
4th and 1. They could just try to get the Rams off sides as they're actually having trouble getting Troy Reader off the field for a second, and they do. And they do get the Rams to bite. I don't understand. What are we doing? The Rams bites, neutral zone infraction. Infraction, is that what the penalty is called?
In fact, 3rd of the game, right? The 2 in the first quarter as well.
Kobe Turner, I just don't understand. It's not even guys that are not even, like, earlier it was Stewart, right? Okay, rookie, young player, fine. Then it was Jared Verse right after, and now Kobe Turner on a play where, it's 4th and 1. They're in their own territory. You're going to put pressure on them regardless. You do not need to draw a penalty in there. The Ravens do force a penalty to get a first down. Derrick Henry now with the handoff after the penalty gets a gain of about 3 here. Andres says, hello, gentlemen. Let's go Rams.
Hello, Andres. Let's go Rams as well. We're having a good day. Craig said Quentin Lake having a great game. Definitely something we need. Yeah, Quentin Lake's been awesome today. He's been awesome for the last couple of seasons. Yeah, definitely got me wanting to extend. By the way, right after the neutral zone infraction, I don't know if he lost a bet or something, but Mark Andrews pretty quickly tied Derrick Henry's shoe for him. Just a funny replay there. I want to see what he says post-game about that. I just found that kind of funny. But
Cooper Rush in the shotgun here with Derrick Henry to his right. 2nd and 7 here for the Ravens. Ball is snapped. He looks down the field, finds Mark Andrews, who kind of tries to, back up a little bit, dodge a tackle, get a first down. He does not. So it's going to be 3rd down and short for the Ravens. 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. The Rams up 17-3, if we haven't continuously said that to you all. 17-3, Rams up, 7:35 to go in 3rd. As Cooper Rush under center, a couple guys in the backfield here. 3rd and 1, wouldn't be surprised to see a handoff to Derrick Henry. It is a handoff to Derrick Henry. Gets a couple blocks, gains about 5, 6, 7 on this one. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Ravens. Rams could have got off the field if Kobe Turner really just held back. I think the Ravens actually probably would have punted that football if the Rams didn't draw a penalty off the Rams.
I agree. I feel like they were too deep into their own territory not to punt there. It could be a costly mistake here. This is a must hold for the Rams.
100% here. You don't want them to respond with any points, let alone a touchdown here. Let's see if the Rams can hold up as the Ravens do fake the handoff to Derrick Henry. They throw to Derrick Henry. Doesn't happen too often, but he can catch as he gets about halfway to the first down marker. It's going to be 2nd down and about 6 maybe to go for the Ravens. Oh, 2nd and 2.
Yeah.
I'm super off. They're not really showing the first down marker on my screen. Am I missing it?
I can see they're at the 50, so it isn't right at the 40. But yeah, they're not showing it on mine either. I'm looking at where the stick is.
I was going to say, okay, go. So we know it's 2nd and 2 here. Don't be surprised to see a handoff to Justice Hill. It is a handoff to Justice Hill. Runs to his right. The Rams can't really block it well. He looks like he gets near the first down. Might be 3rd and very, very, very short here. Or first down. We'll see if they give it to him. It is 3rd and 1.
Yeah, all right, this is another. Don't go off sides here. If they're going to go for this, they will go for this one for sure. This one I would agree with going for regardless, being closer to midfield.
Levi says 6-7? Question mark?
Oh, not again.
As a QB tight end sneak, they don't want to hurt Cooper Rush apparently. They go tight end sneak for the 3rd time in this football game. And Mark Andrews pretty easily gets the first down.
By the way, I don't hate that because outside of Cooper Rush, I believe Tyler Huntley's on the practice squad, but then, I actually understand not wanting to hurt Cooper Rushers. But speaking of a 6'7", LaMelo Ball at Hornets training camp said that his nickname is apparently 6'7" by the team.
Well, he's 6'7", so kind of makes sense.
He is. He is. Hopefully he's healthy because he's really good when he's healthy.
First and 10
But
here. 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Cooper Rush kind of helping this Ravens team get down the field here, threatening to score on the 40-yard line. Cooper Rush drops back to pass. Not too much pressure from the Rams defense yet again, and he sails this football out of bounds over the head of Zay Flowers. Might have had Zay Flowers open, but decides to throw it out of bounds, or maybe just overthrows him.
we have Brandon in chat saying, let's go Rams. Let's go Rams, Brendan. I agree. Brandon.
Carlos, the Rams are up 17-3. You don't gotta be too mad for every play here. I do want to see some blitzes. I want to see some quarterback pressure here from the Rams defense as Cooper Rush in shotgun sends Zay Flowers in motion, hands off to Derrick Henry, who gains about 3, maybe 4 yards on second down. So it's going to be third and about 6 or 7. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. Got to do it sometimes.
You did it again.
It's my estimation of how many yards. It is third and 7, by the way. I was pretty close. Third and 6 or 7.
There we go. There you go.
Third and 7 here. Justice Hill is in the backfield, not Derrick Henry. Receiver in motion. Looks like Rashad Bateman. Snap is off. Not any pressure, really. Now there is pressure. Jared Verse misses the sack and a first down for Mark Andrews, it looks like. Wow. Jared Verse had Cooper Rush dead to rights in the backfield for a sack. Yet Cooper Rush just a nice little dodge motion. Finds Mark Andrews for a first down. Jared Verse got to make that tackle. What are you doing?
He does. I'm about to see this, and I'm already annoyed, and I haven't even seen it yet. Again, Jared Verse talked about all off season about how he missed a lot of sacks, and did you get juked by Cooper Rush? Come on, no. I'm sorry. You got to sit out for it. If I'm a head coach, you got to sit out for a play.
Zay Flowers, another fumble, balls to the ground. Zay Flowers, another fumble. My goodness. Weird handoff, trickery play, and recovered by the Rams. Really interesting, weird play. Zay Flowers is very, very frustrated with himself.
Should be.
The handoff just wasn't really there. I don't really know what they were trying to do there.
Let's see. I'm seeing it now. He just dropped it. Yeah. I believe it's Tyler Davis there with the recovery.
Just drop.
Yeah, it is Tyler Davis there on the recovery, running back with Puka Ford to celebrate. Yeah, that was a weird play. Again, if you have the Rams defense in fantasy, a couple fumble recoveries, couple forced fumbles, an interception, only 3 points. You're having a pretty good day so far. I probably should have picked. The reason why I picked the Patriots defense over the Rams is I just had a weird feeling if I picked up the Rams that something bad was going to happen in this game. So I didn't do it, but I regret it.
13 fantasy points in my league, so nothing too crazy.
Yeah, my cousin in my family league picked up the Rams defense, and he was like, "I'm shocked I didn't pick him up," but I was like, "I just have a weird feeling," and yeah, he is. Yeah, that was a good pickup for him. I'm not playing him this week, so it's okay. But
nothing too crazy, but yeah, 13 points will take it. But yeah, overall, the Rams now picking it up, playing a little bit better. Of course, you don't want to see them have that flag that gives up the first down. You never want to see that happen when you could have got off the field. Ultimately, they are playing a little bit better. The run game is still difficult to slow down for the Rams. It is Derrick Henry. Let's not forget that he's a Hall of Fame running back, one of the best running backs we've ever seen, one of the most untackable running backs we've ever seen. So kind of give him a little bit of slack there, but it's a kind of a thing we see a lot, right? Like we see that happen. The Rams kind of tend to not be super great slowing down the run as much, so they got to figure that stuff out still. But right now, the Ravens giving you this football game, you got to go take it. Levi says.
Yeah. By the way, the Chargers are now up 23-13 on the Dolphins. Lad McConkey just got a touchdown. Good for me. Also, Vidal, their running back, so the Chargers starting to play better in that game. Steelers are still only up 10-3. But now 16-3. They just scored. Colts tied the game. Cowboys are still down, but they're almost in the red zone here against the Panthers. It would be kind of funny if the Cowboys
lose out. They're Rico Dowdle revenge game. I mean, he must be dominating out there.
And the Cowboys just scored.
There you go.
Let's see who it was.
I
George Pickens, not surprised. 34-yard touchdown pass.
like that for one of my fantasy teams. I do have Dak Prescott in that league. They don't give too many points to quarterbacks, though. 5+5.
Well, my quarterback league is juiced. Like my league, because we had to two starting quarterback league, and like quarterback points are like really juiced. So
+5 for a 34-yard touchdown pass.
That's it?
I would like to see more. Stafford here fakes the handoff, throws it to Tyler Higbee yet again for a nice 6 or 7 yard gain. Levi says, I drafted the Rams D. Nice, Levi. Always got to draft
nice.
some.
There you go.
Someone on the Rams, right, at all times. Andres
I tried to get Puka, but it was one pick before me.
Andres says, happy now, Carlos. Yeah, Carlos. Rams playing a little bit better now. CB says, go big boy. Love the big boy TDs. Yeah, it would have been nice to see him running back for a touchdown. As Kyren Williams breaks off for a huge run here. Nothing too crazy, but about maybe 12 to 15 yard gain. About the 50-yard line now for the Rams already. CB says Rams D has held them to 3 points. They're doing their job. Agree there. Andres says CB something otherwise. Apparently the defense ain't doing enough. Lags now, says 6-7. Everybody's saying 6-7. Huh?
Things said Puka back. Yes.
Puka was back for a couple plays. He's on the field right now, currently running across the motion. He is blocking right now for Kyren Williams, as Kyren Williams does get about halfway to the next first down marker. So it's going to be 2nd and about 5 to go here for the Rams. They're marching down the field. Another touchdown here would kind of make you feel pretty comfortable about this lead.
Yeah, another touchdown. But I would say, again, you never know. And we were up against the Eagles, and so you don't want to say any game is over, but you're not playing against Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, and A.J. Brown here. So you're playing against Cooper Rush. No disrespect to Cooper Rush, but I think Cooper Rush would tell you himself he is not Lamar Jackson. So again, I feel like the Rams right now just run out the clock here. You have time. You're up 17-3. Run out the clock. You can start off the fourth quarter with the score, get it up to 24-3 here. And total yards this half, the Rams have 122 already, and the Ravens only have 58. So the Rams really stepping up, like I predicted at halftime here in this second half.
Stafford drops back to pass, throws deep down the field, pass interference, very obvious. Try to get Devontae Adams, the cornerback, just not even turning around at all. Nate Wiggins maybe in coverage, and he just comes.
Tough assignment for a rookie, though. That is a tough assignment for a rookie covering Devontae.
He was all over Devontae Adams, but he just doesn't get his header completely around. He tries, but he just touches Adams a little too early. To be fair, a bit of an underthrow from Stafford, so it caused Devontae Adams to slow down really heavily out of nowhere, and that just caught Nate Wiggins off guard, and he's able to.
Yeah, that's an easy pass. Wow, yeah, that's an easy pass interference. Again, Terrence Ferguson on the field. I know that he hasn't really caught a pass yet, but it's just nice to at least see him out there. Like, just have him be out there again with Puka not being 100% most likely right now. That's definitely probably why. But again, it's good to see him out there.
Kyren gets a handoff, goes out to his right, tries to bounce it outside, but there's a flag immediately. So I'm thinking maybe it's a hold on the offense. Kyren asking for a sub right away. Either a hold on the offense or maybe on a stiff arm, might have grabbed someone's face mask. We'll see here. Yeah, Jordan Whittington trying to hold on to Marlon Humphrey and just kind of literally holds on to him.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, wow. Yeah, that's a clear hold.
We're sitting here now. Puka is off on this play. He's been doing okay so far. A lot of blocking. Hasn't caught a pass since he's been dealing with the injury, but he has been out on the field trying to get things going. As Stafford's in the backfield, next to him is Blake Corum, it looks like. Shotgun.
Good to see Corum back out there.
Sends Higbee in motion. It was Corum on the handoff, so he gains about 7 yards on that play. So good to see him out there. Good to see him with some juice and some burst still. So that's good news for the Rams. 2nd and 11 here after that holding call, by the way. Rams are at about the 16-yard line. 15 seconds to go with the time ticking down. 17-3, Rams are up. We'll see if they get a snap off here. Stafford, 5 seconds to go. He tries to draw the Ravens offside, and I think they might have got the call. Flag here.
Finally, here we go. Yeah, this is what we've been waiting for. The Ravens to get drawn offsides. We've seen it. Well, neutral zone infraction, same difference at this point. With the Rams now 3 times, and it's about time the Rams have been able to make the Ravens pay for a mistake here on the defensive side.
Yeah, 100% there. So 2 seconds to go. I think the clock keeps running on a defensive penalty. Maybe not. Yes, it does. So it's going to be the end of the third quarter. 17-3. The Rams are up. The Rams are in the red zone. The Rams have a first down probably coming back, or at least a second and short coming back out of the timeout or the end of the third. So to start the fourth, the Rams will be in really good opportunity to score, add some more points here, and close this game out, really kind of just end the hopes and dreams of any Ravens fans that had any hopes left.
Yeah, and end their season, unfortunately. Only 4 teams I saw have ever come back from 1-5 to make the playoffs. And a lot of them was like they won 9 of their last 10. Like, you really can't lose many more games if you're the Ravens. I mean, this game was a must-win. Again, you see Lamar with the hands on the head, not happy with the performance, and nobody is. I mean, if you're the Ravens, my hot take is, oh no, Lamar's still hurt. You know? You don't maybe need to bring him back. Like, your season's over. Like, you might as well try to get a top 5 pick.
Yeah, maybe it's time to. I know Derrick Henry doesn't have much time left as a running back, but he's getting closer to the end of his career. But maybe he comes up with a knee kind of surgery kind of procedure, if you will, minor procedure. It's going to hold him out for the remainder of the season. Lamar Jackson, minor procedure, going to hold him out the rest of the season. I mean, maybe that's something you see the Ravens do as they're about to fall to 1-5. But we'll also say, at some point, they may gotta look at a coaching change. I know the loyal Ravens fans probably love Harbaugh, some probably are ready to move on. I think I wouldn't be surprised if they're ready to move on from Harbaugh here at this point in time, this offseason maybe. Not saying that's what they should do, but just something that they haven't really been able to win.
Well, they have a bit of a problem with the big leads. I'm sure you've seen the graphic on NFL memes, and they've blown some big leads, and Manuel is in chat. Said, "What's up, Josh? Just got home from church and liking the score." Thank you, Manuel. Hopefully you had a good service today. Nice to see that you decided to join us after. Yeah, you missed the first half where it was quite frustrating for everybody watching. So you're gonna see the good part.
You really need to go back and watch some of this game. The first half was a wild one, a head scratcher. Maybe rewind this live stream after we're all done here, and you can kind of check out some of our reactions to some crazy plays in the first half. Some head-scratching plays for sure, but welcome back. Hope you all had a good service, like Josh said, and we're happy to have you in the chat here as we're about to see the Rams potentially score a touchdown. The fourth quarter is starting here. Stafford under center. 2nd and 6 is now the call, and then Stafford rolls out to his right, looking, doesn't find anyone, tries to run it in, runs in for about a gain of 3 or so. So it's going to be 3rd and 3 with the Rams very close to the red zone. It's very close to the end zone.
All right, let's see what they can do with this here. 70 people watching right now. Thank you, everybody, for the support on the stream. And you know what? If the Rams are going to score, you have to like the stream right now and subscribe to the channel.
I agree with that. You send a like right now. I can see a touchdown in our future here as it looks like it's going to be a run here of Blake Corum. 3rd and 3. They hand it off to Terrence Ferguson.
Oh, hey! I said they should have done that last game. Did he get it?
Terrence Ferguson gets about a half a yard.
Okay, never mind. Probably shouldn't do that one again.
So it's going to be 4th and 3 now. I think the Rams need to go for the kill shot here and try to get a touchdown.
I agree. I mean, again, this is an even shorter field goal for Cardi, but still. You never know. Levi said Stafford is close to positive rushing yards this season. Hey, we love to see it. We love to see it.
Devontae Puka out on the field. Stafford under center on this 4th and 3. Ravens might bring the house here. 3 seconds to go on the play clock. Puka in motion. Stafford drops back to pass. Gets sacked. The Ravens were just bringing the house. I don't know how Stafford couldn't tell that was the case. Everyone on the line of scrimmage just looked like they were just all gonna throw everything but the kitchen sink, and that's pretty much what they do. And just even the safety just coming out the edge and just jumping up in the air, not letting Stafford have any chance at even throwing the football up.
Yeah, I mean, the way they're lined up, number 32 is just unblocked. I mean, he just got right in there. Like 32 just gave you nothing. Marlon Humphrey in the pack there as well, obviously. Been great for the Ravens for the last 7 years. He's been a key contributor for them. So
yeah, maybe could have saw a timeout get called there. That would have been ideal maybe. But overall, the Rams do not score on a really golden opportunity to score there. So it's going to be Ravens football. Rams up 17-3. About 14 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. You still got to play some defense. This game is not over. There's still quite a bit of time left. If the Ravens can put together a touchdown drive here, you're all of a sudden going to be at the edge of our seats here. So Rams got to make sure they continue to play. 4th and 3, does that mean the Rams have no confidence in the kicker? I would say, Floyd, you're so close. Maybe the kicker is a factor. I think you're so close there. You have so much talent on offense. You're just kind of trusting your guys at that point. I'm happy, and I would have, if I was a coach, would have gone for it on 4th and 3 as well. What do you think, Josh? Is it more of being aggressive, or is it more of not as much confidence in the kicker? What do you think?
I would say it's kind of, a little bit of both.
Okay.
I think it's aggressiveness, but it's also definitely interesting to kind of see who's going to do what type of players are going to run, because I do understand why they, went for it, but at the same time, you have Cardi. I think part of it is mistrusting Cardi for sure. That you're that close and you don't want to go for a field goal, get yourself 3. I would have gone for it too. It makes sense. You're up 14. The offense with Cooper Rush not being great, and you fumbled your last 2 possessions. If you're the Rams, you feel very confident you could force another turnover, and you should be. With the way the Ravens have played recently, Andres said, I want to say being aggressive. Yeah, I do think that is definitely the main reason. But I definitely think at the back of their minds and Rams fans' minds is, would Cardi have made that kick? And the answer is, I don't know with the way he's been kicking recently. But I do agree that it was more being aggressive.
I hear you. I agree with you there. As we're back now, 13:30 to go in this fourth quarter. The Rams are up 17-3 with the Ravens throwing Tyler Huntley in the game. They do not have Cooper Rush out there as he hands off to Derrick Henry, gets a gain of about 11, and immediately you see a big change. I said this in my video a couple episodes ago. I said, if Tyler Huntley's in the game, I'm a little more nervous as a Rams fan. I think
so am I. The Pro Bowler, Tyler Huntley.
I don't want to see Huntley because he's almost like Lamar Jackson in the way he plays. The play style right now it was a zone read, a read option from Huntley, and that threat to run the football, I think, threw the Rams off a little bit. Lets Derrick Henry get a lot of yardage for a first down. Henry again on first down gets a handoff, and he gains about 3 or 4. Tonight, Mariners Blue Jays, game 1 of the ALDS. Who you got, Josh? Talking baseball for a sec.
I think Blue Jays by a lot. The Mariners just had to use pretty much every pitcher in a 15-inning game, and they don't have much pitching left. I would not be shocked if the Blue Jays get out to I think the series will be close, but this game, I think the Blue Jays it's a lock, I think, that they win this game. I don't see a world the Mariners win game 1.
I think Seattle,
just with how long that game was.
I think Seattle needs to definitely throw a bullpen game out there right now to rest some guys. Tyler Huntley just...
Oh, no, they got to have Bryce Miller go as far as he can. Bryce Miller was like the only starter not to pitch in Game 5.
Tyler Huntley just snaps the ball, not even anything, just a quarterback run the entire time, and he gains a first down or more. I mean, this is why I don't understand why they even had Cooper Rush in to begin with. It just his play style matches Lamar Jackson so much. Huntley with a chance here, he's now gonna be a different threat here.
Yeah, I said this in my video too on Friday, where I was saying I think the Ravens have a better chance to win any game with Tyler Huntley out there rather than Cooper Rush, because I said certain systems like a Shanahan system can kind of work with any quarterback because he can kind of change the plays to their strengths, which Shanahan actually talked about in a recent interview. But with the Ravens, you're so Lamar-centric, and you should be, because Lamar's that great of a player. And for the Ravens, Tyler Huntley, just as you said, matches the play style a lot better than Cooper Rush does.
It really does. I don't understand why they ever got Cooper Rush to begin with. Tyler Huntley now under center here with, it looks like maybe Justice Hill in the backfield. He does hand it off to Hill, who gains nothing, actually loses 1 or 2 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and about 6 for the Ravens. 11 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. There's still quite a bit of time. Again, I want to emphasize that if the Ravens put together a touchdown drive here, all of a sudden you're going to be at the edge of your seat as a Rams fan.
Yeah, this would definitely make the game a lot closer here, as this would tick down and definitely make things more and more interesting. This is a must-hold here for the Rams. And a nice stop there by, guess who, Quentin Lake and Dolak on the Hill handoff.
Huntley, pressure in his face, throws to, guess who, DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to have a flag here, but I'm 90% sure it's going to be a pass interference on Kobe Durant. And with the pass interference, DeAndre Hopkins still physical. He's still him. He makes the catch here. It could be offensive PI. Let's hold off for a second. As he does get a little bit of push off of the corner. Actually, might be offensive pass interference here.
Let's see the play. I love D-Hop. D-Hop, one of my favorite players of all time. I actually wanted the Rams to sign him before they signed Tutu back to be the third receiver. Actually, because I thought it would be cool for him to be in a spot like LA.
Penalties declined, by the way, so it was on the defense. So 1st and 10 here for the Ravens, about the 50. Fakes the handoff to Derrick Henry, and then Tyler Huntley showing why he is the quarterback 3. He just flings a weird football over the head of Derrick Henry. That was really, really awkward, really weird. Probably why they don't really hadn't trusted him until now. 2nd and 10 here. You see that throw?
To D-Hop, I saw that.
The throw coming up from Huntley that looks really, really awkward. Let me know when you see it.
I'm about to.
Huntley.
Oh, God.
In the shotgun with Justice Hill to his left. 2 receivers out wide to the right. Zay Flowers at the bottom of the screen here. 5 seconds to go. He changes the plays up. Moves Justice Hill over to his right. Huntley drops back the pass. Looks to his right. Finds Isaiah Likely, who drops the football. They're saying it's live and he fumbled it.
Ooh, that's going to be interesting. We have some chats. Floyd saying even though the Rams did not score, I think they still win. I agree. Ravens pretty much don't have a passing game. Something has to go seriously wrong for the Rams to lose. Something went seriously wrong last game. So we still have to wait and see
Isaiah Likely,
on the results here.
Isaiah Likely caught the football, fumbled it, picked it up again, got tackled, and then that was all live in one play. So that was crazy. So 3rd and 10, gains nothing on that play. Tyler Huntley in the shotgun. Justice Hill maybe to his right again. 4 seconds to go on the play clock. And they're saying false start on the Ravens. It is false start on the Ravens right tackle, it looks like. So it's going to be 3rd and about, 15 now?
Yeah, looks to be.
10 for a false start. 10 yards for a false start.
10 yards for a false start.
So it's going to be 3rd and 20 for the Ravens. Jalen McCullough was calling out some plays here, hyping up the team. Very, very energized.
Like that.
It's 3rd and 15, so it was a 5-yard penalty. 3rd and 15.
Also, it's only a 10-yard penalty. That's weird. Maybe it was 2nd and 5.
Drops a pass, had some pressure. Justice Hill shakes and bakes. Kobe Turner shakes and bakes again and gains 3 yards. I mean, he's just shaking and baking, going nowhere. Gains 3 yards on the play. He's going to be about the 50-yard line. The Ravens probably too far back, but it's also 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They may just go for it just because, and they will. 4th and 12, kind of the game here. 8:50 to go. The Rams are up 17-3. Andres says 4th down, exclamation point. Manuel says no matter what happens in this game, go Dodgers. I hear you, Manuel. I agree with you.
I agree. No Game 1 starter has been announced yet. I believe it will either be Otani or Snell, most likely.
Huntley snaps the ball, drops back the pass. He goes to run wide open middle of the field. He runs for the first down and much more. 32-yard line or so for Tyler Huntley, and that's exactly why having him in the football game is a much different perspective for this Rams defense. I mean, he drops back. There's pressure in his face. Blocking kind of falls apart. And then no quarterback spy. He just wide open. Nobody's even in the middle of the field. Gains 20. First down, Ravens.
Really?
Floyd says 4th down and 12. Can the Rams get off the field? Nope. They cannot.
No, they can't.
To be fair, this is a big change, a big difference in pace. Tyler Huntley is a very fast quarterback. And so
a Pro Bowler 1 year as well, Tyler Huntley. People forget.
And it changes the game. It does change the game. So I'm not going to say it's excusable. I'm just saying he's really fast.
It's not.
He's really fast.
It's not excusable.
He's really fast.
Lamar Jackson, that's excusable. But for Tyler Huntley, no.
It's hard to adjust to, I think. Tyler Huntley here, 2nd and 5 now for the Ravens. 7 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. 17-3, Rams are up. Huntley in the shotgun. Running back to his right is Justice Hill. He looks Justice Hill's way. He gets brought down by Jared Verse and looks like, I couldn't tell who that was. But Jared Verse is the one who gets there first. Brings down Tyler Huntley for the sack. Huge sack. The Rams defense, 16th sack of the year, 2nd in the NFL, by the way.
Love that. And Jared Verse doesn't miss the sack. Funny enough, he gets juked by Cooper Rush, which is still a bad look. And then he gets sacked. And then he gets the sack on Tyler Huntley, someone you would think we would be a lot better at running. And Daniel Medina says Puka returned. For some players on offense, yes. And then Floyd is saying Carlos disappears when the Rams look like they've got the game won. Yeah, he does.
Well, right now, Tyler Huntley drops back to pass. Nearly deflected pass, but gets the ball into Zay Flowers. Quentin Lake fully extended, nearly batted that ball down. Instead, Zay Flowers gets the first down. Tyler Huntley now in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Dodges a couple of sack attempts. Running, trying to beat Sean Dolak. Sean Dolak makes the tackle there. So it's going to be 2nd and about 3, maybe 2 yards for Tyler Huntley as he just narrowly avoids another sack. Runs for nearly another first down. It's going to be 2nd and 2.
Yeah, I'm still seeing the replay of the Quentin Lake play. I just missed that one I'm about to see. I don't know why I'm behind you when we're both watching on the same channel, but...
we're here already in 2nd and 2. Tyler Huntley is in the shotgun with the running back to his left, Ali. Zay Flowers to his left, and then just incredible pressure off the edge there. Tyler Huntley had no chance. It's Murchison
with a nice play. There we go. I like to see that. More so of a depth player, but love to see everyone get involved.
0 people block him, and he just goes right to Tyler Huntley, spins him around for probably the easiest sack of his career. No chance for Tyler Huntley, as they say on the broadcast as well.
Got right in.
Tyler Huntley, 3rd and 10 now, still in the red zone at the 15-yard line. Tyler Huntley drops back to pass. Pressure again off the edge, just throws it desperately to, and again, Zay Flowers with a catch, but 0 yards on that play. So 4th down now for the Ravens. Decision time. 4 minutes to go. I don't think there's any actual decision to be made. You're probably going to
go for it
here.
Undress and sack, no gain. Yeah. Well, let's see. 4th and 10. What are they going to do here? This is a must get. If the Ravens don't get this game is over.
QB spy, please. Don't let this quarterback run for the touchdown, please. Tyler Huntley in the shotgun. Justice Hill to his left. So we haven't seen much of Derrick Henry on this drive as they call timeout here. Rams call their first timeout. 2 timeouts remaining. 3 minutes and 51 seconds to go here in this fourth quarter. The Rams are up 17-3. Ravens threatening to score, but not really in the best of positions right now as it's 4th and 10 in the red zone.
By the way, Nate Landman has 17 tackles. They said he tied the most for Rams since 2000 in this game with 17 tackles. They just showed that graphic, which is Andres saying Landman is him. Yeah, he is. He's been great. I mean, you probably have to re-sign him. He's been so good. As we now have Derrick Henry in a State Farm commercial playing as well.
Fourth down
Close.
here.
Yeah, close one here. Let's see what they're going to do on 4th down.
4th and 10. 3 minutes and 51 seconds to go. 17-3. Ravens with Tyler Huntley in the shotgun. Looks like the Rams playing a little bit of zone. Not too much pressure here. Lamon fakes a blitz. Backs off. 4-man rush. 5-man rush now. And Tyler Huntley just sails the ball out of bounds. Not the right decision, Tyler Huntley. I know you want to avoid the sack, but you got to give your team a chance there. As the Rams, who cares? Rams get the stop on 4th down. 3 minutes and 44 seconds to go. The Ravens do have all 3 timeouts, but they are down 17-3 here. So not much opportunity to come back at all in this football game. The Rams should be able to close this one out fairly easily. Don't want to speak too soon with this Rams team with how crazy some things have gotten. But run the football, keep the ball on the ground, run the clock, make these guys use their timeout. Let's get out of Baltimore with a win and actually stay in Baltimore, because they're actually going to stay in Baltimore and practice at Baltimore Orioles Stadium and get ready for that London matchup next week.
I feel like you should probably just go to London now. If you're playing in London, I feel like there's got to be a stadium where teams can practice in London here. And a huge stop, as we just mentioned, for the Rams. Most likely the game savings stop there by the Rams. And let's do a quick score check. Chargers up 26-20. Steelers now up 23-6. So maybe there is a shot Shador gets in here at the end.
Told you. 27-27 for the Cowboys and Panthers. Dak Prescott just let a drive down to help them tie the game up. So it's a close one again for the Cowboys in Carolina. The Jacksonville Jaguars, you said that already, down 12-20 versus Seattle. Kenneth Walker, by the way, just not being used at all. Hate to see that.
I had Kenneth Walker last year. I didn't go back there because he didn't have a great year. Not a great year.
I just thought they would kind of keep going to him, but not happening there. The Chargers are up 26-20. Miami actually making a nice comeback in that football game. They were down 26-13 earlier, so they're making the comeback. Arizona is now ahead of Indianapolis, 27-24.
Yeah, they are. They are definitely quite interesting that Jacoby Brissett might have a 300-yard game this week. He's at 264 with 2 touchdowns and a pick. Daniel Jones, 2 touchdowns and a pick as well. Jonathan Taylor, though, still playing well. 14 carries, 83 yards. This would not be a good loss for the Colts whatsoever.
Not for us.
Patriots up on the Saints, 25-19 now. Drake May looking awesome. 15 for 21, 223, and 3 touchdowns.
CB says D held up. Andres says we're all suffering from PTSD after 5 weeks. Definitely, for sure. Want to make sure we don't speak too soon, but they're just showing some highlights, and we do got to remind ourselves, right? As frustrated as we've been with how much yards they've given up to this Baltimore Ravens offense, especially in the run game, the Rams have only held the Ravens at just 3 points. I mean, they just showed all the highlights of all the red zone opportunities that the Ravens had, and yes, frustrated the Rams are allowing this team to get in the red zone, to get in the goal line kind of territory. But the fact they're able to hold up and stop the Ravens when it matters most over time and time again in this game is impressive. You got to give it some credit there for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely. As the Rams here look to just run out the clock for the rest of this game. Don't need to do anything too crazy.
Yeah, Puka's still on the sideline trying to get ready for some reason. I think at this point, someone's got to walk over to him and tell him take his helmet off and sit down because we don't.
Yeah, it's not worth it to come back in now.
We don't need him coming back into this game getting hurt. Sorry for all you fantasy football owners of Puka Nacua. Diddy?
What?
Dite?
That's definitely T. Dite, not the other one.
Dite. Not sure why these games need to be close. We should be undefeated. That's what's our kicker solution. Young Wei Koo, like Josh kind of said earlier, could be a potential replacement, hopefully, from a practice squad of the Giants. We'll see if that's a possibility. as the Ravens are right now pointing at the Rams for shuffling, saying no refs called the flag there. So Kyren gets the handoff on 2nd and 4 and gets the first down. 3 minutes and 33 seconds to go in this football game. The Ravens use their second timeout, just one timeout remaining.
Again, the Ravens, you're trying to conserve any time you could possibly have. You got to score if you get the ball back in like 20 seconds if you really want a chance here, and get an onside, which we haven't seen really anyone do with the new onside kick rules. So if the Rams get another first down here, this game is probably over.
Yeah, at this point, though, I think they're going to kind of do the more march for the first downs situation. It said Samuel says Stafford needs 80 more yards, bro. It's not happening today, most likely.
Did he have a bet for over under 274?
Maybe.
Because he said 274 earlier. That's what I'm thinking. Samuel, did you place the over on passing yards today?
Yeah, let us know there. And then Craig says, I'm more scared now that Huntley's in the game than Cooper Rush starting. Yeah. But it might be too late, actually. Yeah, Craig.
Yeah, they put him in the beginning of the third quarter. I think they maybe could have had a game, but...
Yeah, it would have been really scary, I think.
NS saying finish this Rams. Yeah. Floyd saying I think Tom is doing a really good job of calling the game and the Rams are going to win, so it's all good. Yeah, Tom's definitely improved this year from last year. Obviously, we know he has the knowledge. I mean, he's the GOAT, but he's definitely gotten more comfortable on camera, and we saw him doing some side quests, recently doing a Speed Goes Pro with popular streamer I Show Speed as well, if any of you saw that. By the way, I Show Speed legitimately a 4.4940, which is quite impressive.
Really impressive. CB says, can't stand Tom calling Rams games. Refs gave his Pats a Super Bowl against Goff-led Rams team. Yep, I hear you there.
Well, also, Goff could have thrown the ball 4 seconds earlier to Brandon Cooks, and he would have tied the game. But
it was an ugly, non-scoring game, so can't really blame the refs all fully for that.
Lags, sorry to cut you off. Lags said, I bet Puka over 79.5. Yeah, that's a tough one. If he's healthy, you definitely hit that. So, unfortunately, injuries. T. Dete says, really appreciate what you guys do. Thank you. Samuel said, yes, I bet the over on 257. Yeah, unfortunately, sorry about that as well. Go Rams from Nebraska.
Hey.
That's cool. That's pretty cool, Nebraska. Nice to see we have some fans from Nebraska. What makes you a Rams fan from Nebraska? Just want to know, are you from LA originally? Have you always been to Nebraska? Just became a Rams fan? I'd love to know.
Yeah, I do feel like when you're from a state like Nebraska, I mean, there's not professional sports out there, right? So you got to choose a team somehow. So if he's from there, then maybe that's how he should.
Yeah, hey, don't blame you.
Like the Rams. Simaj said they need Puka more yards. It's not happening. Most likely, I say don't even let Puka get on the field anymore. I'm sorry. Stafford hands off to Kyren Williams. He tries to bounce it out to his right, does not, and he loses about 2 or 3 yards. So it's going to be 3 minutes and a half to go here in this football game. Rams up 17-3. Barring anything drastic happening, I think definitely the Rams should have this one easily, as we're watching Tom Brady and Ray Lewis hug each other. Pretty cool to see.
I love to see it.
Come together before the game. 3 minutes to go. 17-3. Rams are up. 2nd and 12. Ravens have 1 timeout remaining. Rams have 2. Stafford under center. Jordan Whittington out there. No Devontae, no Puka. As Stafford does hand off again to Kyren Williams. Doesn't even matter if you don't gain any yards. It's okay. You're going to go ahead and keep trying to run out this football, run out this clock. The Ravens are not calling their last time out, it looks like, or maybe they are. Yeah, they are.
No, they are not. CB says game over. In fridge, eggs cooling, Jello giggling, Rams win. All right.
I like that one. I like that. Eggs cooling in the fridge. The fridge is closed. The game's in the refrigerator.
Yes.
The Ravens do call their final timeout. So 2 minutes and 44 seconds to go. It's going to be 3rd and probably 13. 3rd and 12. 17-3. The Rams will likely not get a first down here unless they decide to throw. Jordan Whittington's your
They may have to.
3 tight ends to your left. I don't think they're going to throw here. I think they'll run it out. Stafford does hand off to Whittington, who fumbles the football. Jordan Whittington fumbled the football and picked it back up. Wow, that was scary. It was the exact same play as Zay Flowers in his fumble. The Rams said, you know what? We can do that too. Here you go, Jordan Whittington. Fumble this football. Jordan Whittington is not making a good case for himself to get more snaps in this football game.
No, and by the way, you said the Rams can do it too. They can do it too. They can also fumble. So, by the way, Samuel in chat said I had Schoolboy for 12 Ks. Got that one. He actually broke the record for the most Ks in the elimination game.
You actually put the over for 12 Ks. Insane. I mean, great call. I'm impressed.
He got it.
I'm impressed.
Kyle Raleigh with a hit. He got that. Kyle Raleigh did get a hit. Under on Fields and Wilson. Good call for both. And then Tua and Stafford over. Is Tua gonna? If it's only Tua, you're gonna be one short of your parlay, and I'm gonna feel really sorry for you.
2-minute warning here for the football game, Rams and Ravens. The Rams are gonna punt the football with 2 minutes to go. No timeouts for the Ravens. You're up 2 touchdowns. The only chance and hope for the Ravens would be score a touchdown as quick as possible, kick an onside kick that they have to actually tell the other team they're gonna do now.
Yes.
And then do a onside kick recovery, and then score another touchdown. So the Rams are in a really good position to win this football game as long as they don't do anything ridiculous. So we'll wait and see. As the Rams are very capable of doing ridiculous things in football games, it seems like.
Yes.
Scott says, I had DK on the bench for Diggs. SMH. I'm guessing Keyshawn Butte took all the touches.
Ah, man, for DK. I mean, well, the Steelers are up. It was 23-6 last time I looked. I'm gonna look again. Probably it's still 23-6. What's DK doing? DK he has 95 yards and a touchdown.
He benched DK on the bench for
Stephon
Diggs.
Oh, sorry. Samuel said 80-yard touchdown bomb. Hey, maybe. Yeah, Tua's way under as well. Sean says, let's go Dodgers. Yeah, let's go. I do agree. Who do you want to start game one, Snell or Ohtani? Because it's probably between those two for game one.
Game one is so huge for you, I think. I want to say Snell just because he's been so dominant, obviously, early this playoffs. But it would be cool to see Ohtani start game one again. He did in Philly. Wasn't an issue there. It was a bigger series for you, and you still trusted Ohtani to start for you. So I don't mind them starting Ohtani and then working their way through Snell, Yamamoto, Glass now for the next couple games. But ultimately, I think the goal for the Dodgers is go into Milwaukee, win one of 2 games. Obviously, if you can win both, like in Philly, that's nice. But if you can at least take home one, that's going to be key there. Then you have 3 straight at home that you can kind of hopefully sweep through and win easily to go to the World Series. We'll have to wait and see. Very, very exciting stuff. Sean Dorsey says, go Dodgers. Let's see here. Well, we unfortunately are very capable of doing something ridiculous, says T. How do you say his name? How would you say his name?
T. Dete.
T. Dete. He also says, yep, bone is a bad look. And then, hey, I know a lot of Ramley don't like the bone. We have a tendency to win in the bone. Are we talking about, what is that in a reference to? Bone is a bad look? Tendency to win in the bone.
I don't know what they're talking about.
I'm dressing T today. Let us know. Maybe I'm missing something.
Maybe we're both missing some lore here. So please fill us in.
Waiting for this play to get started here. 2-minute warning. 4th and 18 for the Rams. They will be punting this football away. For some reason, they're showing us the NFC East standings right now.
I don't know why or care.
Super weird, but okay.
Speaking of NFC East, though, it is concerning that the Eagles had their only good half of football against us. I'm just saying.
I think they're talking about the NFC East because they were showing like us on the screen with Dak Prescott. Oh, the punt was nearly blocked. Devontae.
Oh my God.
They were showing. I'm sorry. They were showing Jaden Daniels and Dak Prescott on the screen about next week.
Oh, they're saying uniform. Sorry, but they're saying uniform.
Oh,
I guess they're calling it the bone uniform. I guess.
He's talking about the cream kind of. Is that what they're talking about?
Was this actually almost blocked? I need to see that. I'm seeing the punt right now. Don't tell me this was actually almost.
I'm dressing T Dete. I didn't know that's what that was called.
That was almost blocked. Wow. Special teams, again.
Here we go. Tyler Huntley snaps the ball. He drops back. He has pressure. He's trying to avoid the sack. Nearly does avoid a couple of Rams defenders. Gets sacked. 1 minute and 46 seconds to go. There is a flag on the play. Byron Young celebrating that sack, looking like he might have got credit for it, or at least wants credit for it.
Let's see here. I'm about to see the sack.
It was holding on the offense. So it's going
Can we decline that because we sacked him?
It's going to be second down here. We'll see if they decline it. 2nd and 14. So I think there was a decline penalty there. I didn't know the penalty stops the clock. Kind of interesting, but sure, clock stopped.
I mean, yeah, but again, as long as you don't give up a first down, the game's over. So
1 minute 46 to go. 2nd and 14. A long ways to go for Tyler Huntley and this Ravens offense as they try to get out of it again, and he gets sacked again. Byron Young, you cannot stop him.
Again?
Another sack for Byron Young.
Hunting time for the Rams, says CB. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, the pass rush really wasn't great against Cooper Rush. I mean, Jared Verse, again, got juked somehow. But against Tyler Huntley, a guy who's a lot more mobile, there have been 3 sacks on Huntley already here just in this 4th quarter alone. That's bad blocking. Byron Young got right there.
Huntley gets rid of the ball quick there to Justice Hill, who's pretty shifty, by the way. He runs real strong. Gets a solid gain. But still going to be 4th down for this Ravens offense. This is the game here for the Rams. 4th and 6. Justice Hill got quite a bit of yardage there. Tyler Huntley snaps the ball in shotgun, looks down the field, finds a receiver for a first down. DeAndre Hopkins for a first down. 45 seconds to go. The Rams are probably going to win this football game, but you don't want to end this game ugly. Let's end this game strong.
No, you don't want them to you don't want to let up a pity touchdown. You don't want to do it.
Kobe Turner just tried to dive and intercept the spike.
Hey, I don't blame you. We've been seeing it a lot lately.
So that was
someone's going to do it. I think someone is going to do it.
That was an interesting attempt there from Kobe Turner.
Good tackle from Cam Curl there on D-Hop. I know I'm a little behind. That was a nice tackle there. But I want to say, let's see what I'm about to say. He almost got there. Someone's going to do it. I'm going to keep saying it. I believe by the end of this year, we're going to see someone intercept the spike. And Floyd saying not to be negative, but the Rams only scored 17 points today, and going forward, that's concerning. I understand your point, yeah. Then the second half having 14 is not as concerning. The first half was concerning. Second half, this is what we expected. Again, putting up 44 like the Texans is not easy. I didn't expect for them to put up 44, but the way they've been playing. But 17, I understand. You're playing the Jaguars, who may beat the Seahawks. It's a close game right now. Last time we looked, may not. But definitely an interesting point that you make there, Floyd. I understand your concern.
3rd and 6 here. 33 seconds to go for the Ravens offense. Tyler Huntley dropping back. Backs up a little bit. Throws to Justice Hill, who drops the pass. So it's going to be 4th and 6 again for this Rams defense. Can they get off the field and end this game here on defense? We'll wait and see. Andres says, you're right, but enjoy it today. To responding to Floyd about not being negative. Yeah, I think you're probably right, Floyd. It's a little concerning for sure, but what's going to happen tomorrow when we wake up? Regardless of how many points the Rams scored, they're 4-2,
yes,
right? They wake up, they're 4-2, regardless of what they did in this week. And you're not going to care about what happened week 6 when it comes down to the playoffs. So the Rams have time to figure out the offense right now. Winning the games is all that matters. As Tyler Huntley drops back, throws it deep down the field with a hand in his face. Does not get it to DeAndre Hopkins. This football game is over. 23 seconds to go. 1 kneel away. The Rams improve to, 4-2. The Ravens, 3 points today. 2nd fewest at home in team history.
Oh, wow.
And that's 0 points in week 2 of 2002 versus Tampa Bay. So, again, credits the Rams. Yes, it was not pretty at all times, but you held this team to 3 points. You didn't allow them to just power into the end zone over and over and over again with Derrick Henry, even though it seemed you couldn't stop Derrick Henry all game long.
No, you couldn't. In the second half, it was a lot better. They tried to go more to the pass. Reuben say let's go. Welcome back, Ruben. Yes, yeah. I just saw the graphic a little behind, as I've said, but yeah, definitely the defense was great today. Defense was awesome. Obviously, offense second half a lot better than the first half. As the Rams going to take a knee here and end this one with a 17-3 victory.
They will get out of this one. Devontae Adams didn't do too hot today. A few drops, a couple overthrows from Stafford, 4 receptions, just 39 yards. Definitely his worst game as a Ram so far. So not pretty by any stretch of the imagination. But the Rams take the victory. Again, yeah, you wanna get better on offense. You want to get more consistent on offense. T says Les and Sean need to make a few moves. I believe we can get these issues right. Yeah, I agree. Maybe a couple moves might be in place, especially when we're talking about stuffing the run. Linebacker room. Again, you lose Omar Speights. Troy Reader comes in the game, and all of a sudden you cannot stop the run at all. Now, the Rams have had that issue in the past, not just Troy Reader's fault, but I think there is something to say about that. The fact that once you lose Omar Speights, you literally cannot stuff the run. They slow down Saquon Barkley. They slow down guys who are good running backs so far this year. They weren't able to slow down Henry in the yardage department, but obviously stopped them from getting into the end zone. So there's pros and cons to both sides. Either way, you won. You won the football game. You're up 4-2 now, and you're going to London happy and confident
Yes.
with the way your team played today.
Yes, and by the way, yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I think some moves need to be made again. Reader had 2 forced fumbles, I believe, today. Or the forced fumble that was called back on the first time I've ever seen too many men downfield on a punt called. Probably the only time I'll ever see it called. So definitely is something to note there that the Reader did make a couple of good plays. I'm going to get the box score up here so we can read off some stats. Stafford's final stats on the day: 181 yards, a touchdown, 17 for 26. Kyren, 13 carries, 50 yards, and a touchdown. Derrick Henry, 24 carries for 122 yards. Let's see what that average was. 122. Nope, that's 122 divided by 24. It's 5. That's pretty much 5.01 yards per carry. So definitely still a solid game for him. We look at the Rams. Blake Corum, 5 rushes, 23 yards, was pretty solid. Higbee actually led the team in receiving yards, 4 for 40 with the touchdown. Devontae, 4 for 39. Looking at the defense, Nate Landon, 17 tackles. Byron Young, 2 sacks, 8 tackles. Sean Dolak, 7 tackles and a tackle for loss. Jared Verse got a sack, 6 tackles. Tyler Davis, 6 tackles. Quentin Lake had a good game to pass. Defense there. Yeah, a lot of players having some solid games here for the Rams. Definitely something you wanted to see. Just get a win, head into London. You're gonna have to play hard against the Jaguars. The Jags have been a good team all year. Wouldn't be surprised if they keep on having good games, having good moments. So definitely something that you gotta pay attention to for sure.
Samuel says Stafford sold me. That was a lot of yards for you to ask for, but it was the Baltimore Ravens defense, so I hear you. But ultimately, hey, all we care about here is the win. Sorry, Samuel. T says 9 is a stud. Erica says trade Stafford ASAP. So we got two. You got the two ends of the spectrum here in terms of what we're talking about in the chat in regard to this football game or this football team. Becca has thoughts. She says Rams D got me 21 points bonus. Yeah, I got the Rams D.
Yeah.
Only 17 points in my league, but still, we'll take the points on the defense for sure. Ruben says we struggle in the red zone. We struggle in a lot of areas right now, but that's the key, though. I think that you guys have to flip and make it more of a positive. The Rams struggle in so many departments. They might be the worst special teams unit. They might be really rough on offense in the red zone. They might have a fumbling turnover issue in general. Stafford's overthrowing some footballs. He's not on the same page as Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is now dropping passes. All these things are going wrong for the Rams, and they're still 4-2. I mean, that's kind of the positive flip I would take on this perspective of how the year has been so far. Is the Rams are 4-2. Is playing so bad so many times. Maybe been playing bad more than they've been playing good this year, and you're still 4-2. And I think you got to flip it on its head and look at it in that way, in my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely see what you're saying there. There's been a lot of confusing moments, even in this game. Some 3 times we were drawn on neutral zone infractions, which is not great whatsoever. It's definitely not what you want to see moving forward at all. And you still are able to win this game. We've had a lot. I still want to say the Jets special team units are worse just because it's the Jets and they're 0-6. And maybe that's just me trying to cope. It probably is. And by Grand Mass says Rams house, baby. Yes, for sure. Ruben saying good point. Thank you, Ruben. We appreciate that. Again, Jacksonville's going to be a tough game, especially in London. You pointed out a lot of London fans are Jacksonville fans. They are because they're always there. So definitely going to be kind of like a road game for the Rams. I don't know how well Rams fans are going to travel out there to London, especially being all the way in LA. And I don't know if the Rams have ever actually played in London in the NFL London series. Do you know if they have?
I don't know if they have. It's a great question to ask. We can look that up and see. I like that they're kind of switching it up now, though. I feel like in the past, it's always Jacksonville and like Houston when they were bad, or like Tennessee, and I'm like, well, the NFL wants to expand, but then they give the worst football matchups of all time to be played in London. I really don't understand that. Rams London game histories.
What? Anthony Richardson hospitalized from a pregame injury involving elastic bands.
Oh yeah, he hurt his eye. I heard.
It was the band malfunction. Yeah, hit him in the face.
It was an eye injury, so maybe like a black eye situation. As I'm watching.
No, it hit him in the face. It says that he needs stitches.
Wow. I'm watching Rico Dowdle run on the Cowboys' revenge game. I'm telling you.
Like that. Yeah, Cowboys Panthers tie, and then we got bonus coverage on Fox. I kind of want to stay alive till the end of this game. I'll see how this game ends.
Panthers might just take this one for sure. It looks like as the Cowboys defense can't stop a nosebleed right now.
They might. I'd love Rico Dowdle to get like a nice long touchdown.
The Rams have a history of playing in London dating back to 1987, with 2 more games as the St. Louis Rams, 2012 and 2016. The Rams Los Angeles franchise has played in London twice. First in 2016 against the New York Giants, and again in 2019 when they defeated the Bengals. Their overall record in London is 2-2, with wins against the Cardinals and Bengals, and losses against the Patriots and Giants. Rams upcoming 2025 game, their 5th trip to London, where they will face the Jacksonville Jaguars in Week 7. So that's AI for you. Give me the answer, Google.
Yeah. I did not know they ever played in London. By the way, Bryce Young having a 3-touchdown game. This Panthers game, Bryce Young is my 3rd quarterback. He's on my bench. Illinois is having a 3-touchdown game because I could have used that. I am up right now, but it's not guaranteed that I win. I mean, Bryce Young, by the way, the last few weeks has looked a lot better than he did early on in the season. And Albert in chat says, I know I'm supposed to be happy with the win, but we can't be a Super Bowl caliber team winning from behind or in the second half of games, just pointing out the obvious, especially with teams we should beat. Well, I understand your point. I'm not saying the Rams are a top-tier contender because I would agree that they need to make some moves. They have to play better. But I also don't think I'm in full panic mode on the entire season.
Well, I'll tell you like this. This is how I see it, Albert. Appreciate your comment, by the way. But I'll say it like this. You don't win the Super Bowl in October. You don't win the Super Bowl October 12th, right? And so that doesn't really matter. And, I mean, think about this. I don't know if you're a Dodgers fan, Albert, but for Dodgers fans out there, what have people been saying all year long? The Dodgers are not playing well. They're not a World Series team. They're not a championship team. They're not playing like a team that's going to win the World Series. All year long, that's all you heard. I'm not saying the Dodgers are going to win the World Series for sure now, especially for any Dodgers haters out there. I'm not trying to be that braggy, but what is that now flipped to? People are all of a sudden, the haters are like, this isn't fair. They're too good. They're too stacked, and they're now the team to beat, right? So I just think that's kind of the perspective you have to take from the Rams. I'm not saying the Rams are as built like the Dodgers with this super stacked roster, but the team is really good on offense. They're really well coached, generally speaking, from more often than not, except special teams and whatnot. But they have a good coaching staff. They have a good roster in terms of what they have on the offensive side of things, and defense could use some work at some positions. But the Rams are good, and once they get to the playoffs, which it looks like they will, that's going to kind of be the key for them to win games when it matters most. And I think they're in a good position to do that. Are they going to win the Super Bowl? I don't know. Who really cares who's ranking the Super Bowl contenders right now? A lot of people said Detroit and Green Bay, right? Or
or who else was a favorite in the AFC?
Philly?
Buffalo, right? Or Philly. And now all of a sudden, the last couple of weeks, those rankings are changing, and it's going to change every week, and it's going to change every single day. So that kind of is how I see it. The Rams won, and they're 4-2, and that's literally all that matters. Because next week is a completely new week, and if they fire on all cylinders and they're looking really good and they're scoring a bunch of touchdowns in London, then we're not going to freak out too much. Or if they're not scoring as much, we can say, well, the Rams, it's a good team. Jacksonville's good, and they've been off to a hot start themselves, and all that. There's a bunch of different ways we can kind of break down every single week. And I'm not going to get excited and say this team's winning the Super Bowl in October or losing the Super Bowl in October. As it looks like,
I agree. It's too early to say what they're going to do. If we wanted to rank, would I put the Rams number one? No, but then again, that doesn't really matter. They're 4-2. You have a chance to win a surprisingly statement game against the Jaguars. As we go and chat, and do you guys stream the Dodgers games too? Josh and I personally don't. We do have a Dodgers Digest channel that you can subscribe to. I don't know for sure if they stream games, but they do talk all things Dodgers over there. So if you want to subscribe to Dodgers Digest, feel free. As T. Dete said, love how you guys are level-headed right now. That's probably the best approach for our family. Yeah. I'm not too concerned. You're 4-2. You're in the playoff hunt. It's where you want to be, right? Obviously, you want that game against the Niners back for sure. But you can't get it back. You play the Niners again in a couple weeks, and all you can do is try to win that game, try to win the games in front of you. And speaking of winning, the Panthers have a 33-yard attempt to win the game with 3 seconds left here against the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Panthers actually, sorry, I don't mean to spoil it, but they win. They win the football.
I mean, I'm not surprised. When you actually when your special teams works, you make 33-yard field goals kind of easily. So
the Cowboys fall 2-3-1. The Panthers improve to 3-3. So
by the way, the Panthers somehow kind of in the playoff picture right now.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, this team, I like seeing this out of Carolina. I don't really care for Carolina at all, but as we're switching over, more bonus coverage here. The Arizona Cardinals are down to Indiana Jones, 31-27. 38 seconds to go in the fourth quarter as they use their final timeout. Colts might finish that game and help the Rams out a little bit. Drop the Arizona Cardinals down again to 2-4. That'd be pretty good for the Rams side of things.
Yes, it would. The Rams don't play the Cardinals till quite late in the season, where the Cardinals could already be kind of out of everything by that point here. Yeah, it looks like with the Colts having the ball, this game's pretty much over. The 4-point lead here. Seahawks looks like they're going to score. Second and goal against the Jaguars at the 5. So looks like the Jaguars are going to lose to the Seahawks. Chargers won by 2. Patriots won. And obviously the Panthers just got the dub there. Look at JSN in the red zone. Rico Dowdle with another 30-point game for me. Love that. JSN's got 34. Be nice to, add to that little quick 5-yard touchdown. Come on now. And yeah, the Colts took a knee. They're going to win 31-24. Colts improved to 5-1, and the Cardinals will go to 2-4. And the Cardinals, they always do this. They always start off kind of good, and then they fall off.
Yeah, no, it's interesting team they have in Arizona. I think that they got to just go full rebuild. I mean, not that I care about what happens in Arizona, but they really do got to go full rebuild, in my opinion, as the Seattle Seahawks stay right in stride with the Rams. And this is why, again, it goes back to what we're talking about, like T says, love how you guys are level-headed. I mean, we're trying to be level-headed because look at this situation, right? The Seattle Seahawks now are winning this football game versus Jacksonville. Now they are 4-2, and so the Rams just need to win games, regardless of how they're playing. They just got to keep winning. They got to keep the record close with San Fran, close with Seattle, because when it comes down to the playoffs, seeding really is going to play a huge factor for the Rams. You want to make sure they're in obviously a good standing there. But this win is important, and they won. That's all that matters. They took care of business, and now they go to Jacksonville to hopefully beat a Jacksonville Jaguars team that just lost to Seattle. Maybe it's kind of a test to see how you match up against a team that they just played, right, in Seattle. So we'll see.
Yes.
Albert says Joshua, Rams, Dodgers, and Lakers when they get rid of LeBum.
No, we're not. No, LeBron, no goat disrespecting the chat. Okay, no.
So
I don't want to call him LeBum. I'll never say that. I'll never say he's not one of the greatest players of all time. But I've never been the biggest fan of LeBron either, Albert. I hear you. I think a lot of Lakers fans are in the same boat because of Kobe, because of Jordan and things like that. I think Kobe and Jordan were so similar. And so I think a lot of Lakers fans like that and don't love LeBron. And to be fair, LeBron does do some things that are frustrating at times. But he is one of the greatest players of all time. And he's representing the Lakers jersey. You have to like realize like that's pretty crazy that he decided
It is.
to just put the purple and gold on and retire in purple and gold for no reason. He was loved in Cleveland. He was loved in Miami. Could have went to either team to finish his career and decided to finish it in the purple and gold, get us a championship, whether it's a Mickey Mouse ring or not.
It's not a Mickey Mouse ring because I want to say if any other NBA team won, you'd be counting it as a ring too. So I don't want to hear it.
And somehow, some way, you find your way to get Luka too. So I'll give LeBron some credit for that because if he wasn't ever
Shout out
here,
Nico
then
Harrison.
I don't think you get
Love
Luka.
you.
All right.
I want to get a Nico Harrison jersey. I love that guy. But
all right, well, we can kind of wrap things up here. About 21 viewers in the chat. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in to this kind of stream for the Rams versus the Baltimore Ravens. The Rams take the win, take the victory, improve to 4-2. Going to head to London next week. We'll be making videos all week long talking about the game, some kind of predictions we have, some interesting injury updates all week long. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Do you have anything you want to add, Josh, before we hop out of here?
no, I just want to say thank you everyone for watching. I'm not going to guarantee a stream for next weekend. It is a 6:30 a.m. start time, Pacific.
Yeah.
So we will see if we stream, if we're awake enough.
I definitely know I won't be doing anything at 6:30 in the morning next week, but
No, most 99.999% of mornings I am sleeping at 6:30 in the morning.
But you let me know how you feel. I might be down, but obviously depends on how we're both feeling, of course, when it comes down to Saturday and stuff. So
yeah, it's gonna be a decision. So stay tuned for that. Andres says keep it up. Thank you, Andres. Thank you everyone for joining in chat. Remember, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. Tomorrow's gonna be a post-game breakdown. Then we're gonna head into prepping for the Jacksonville game, giving you all you need to know about that. And obviously, after Jacksonville is the bye, so no stream on the 26th regardless, because there will be a bye that week.
let's see here. I'm gonna maybe exit the page because my YouTube is not responding for some reason. But yes, looks like we're gonna have a maybe stream next week for sure. Off the following week, so we'll wait and see what happens coming next week. But the only way you guys will really truly find out is if you subscribe to the channel.
Andres says if you stream it, then we'll come. Nice Field of Dreams reference. Maybe. Andres, will you be there at 6:30 a.m. Pacific time if we stream?
You're putting pressure on him right now. Making him
Brian says let's go Tampa Bay. I love me some Baker. I don't hate it.
All right, well, I'm trying to get this YouTube up and running so I can end the stream. But, overall, good win for the Rams. Again, not perfect, but you got out with a W. We'll see the Rams in London next week. I think I kind of want to, but it's so early. Just so early.
I know. If that was like 8:30, I would do it. 6:30, it's a rough one.
I got up at 8 o'clock today. 8:30.
That's not terrible. At least that's like 6. You'd have to be up like to set up. You'd probably have to get up at what, 5:45?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Not ideal at all. But all right, I'm trying to get back right now to this page so we can end it. But overall, any last thoughts? Good win. We'll take it.
Any last thoughts? I mean, obviously, special teams got to get better. We all know that. And maybe London's the refresher they all need. Maybe Josh McCarty, tours Buckingham Palace, feels royal again, starts making some kicks.
Do you think he makes? I mean, I hate to call it like this, but do you think he makes it to next week?
Honestly, I don't know. That's another question. Does he get to go to London with the team? Maybe not. I would think so, probably because you have a bye coming up, so I feel like you'd probably change during the bye week anyways.
Yeah.
But
give him one more shot in London. See what we can do out there. We'll have to wait and see on that. So very interesting to see what the Rams are doing with the kicking game. We'll wait and see on that. But overall, that's gonna do it for us on today's live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Again, thank you all for being in the chat, for responding, letting us know how you guys are feeling throughout the game. We always really appreciate all of you guys for the comments, as it allows us to keep the convo going. Hope you guys enjoy. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Josh, anything else?
Yeah, just thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your football Sunday. Have some good games coming up. Chiefs-Lions tonight. Looking forward to that one.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. That's going to do it for us. We are out.
See ya.